Hello everyone, this is Hell's Bells.
Hey!
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 Oh,
boy!
I forgot my thing. I forgot my surprise for you all.
Oh.
It's
Amazing.
It's the Platy of Pain.
Platy of Pain.
I'm mad.
Okay.
Bye, everyone. I have to go.
And that was Hell's Bells. Thanks for coming, everyone.
I'm actually a little mad too. Like, I didn't think it would be, but I'm kind of like, okay.
Amazing.
It's like, that's it. That's the show.
That's it.
Let's introduce ourselves. I'm your Dungeon Master, Mess. My preferred pronouns are they and them. And I'm here to take this all-tiefling party on a trip around the plains. However, not all the tieflings are created the same anymore. Some of the bells are using subraces from Modern Canon's Tome of Fire. Thank you, Wizards, for my schmancy fancy special edition, which might be available to you very specially there's a competition prize at the end of the stream. Maybe I might give it up. Anyway, let's meet everyone and see if they're using one of these new variants. So let's start with Kayla. Who are you? Who are you playing? Tell me about them.
Hi, my name is Kayla, and I am playing Pentar. As a person, my preferred pronouns are she, her. The ancestry that I'm using for Pentar actually is a modification on one of the ones in Morton Canaan. My ancestry is Zugmoy, so I took one of them and edited it, but I used a base from there.
Cool. Chloe, let's go to you next.
So hi, my name is Chloe. I'll be playing Lyra, the Tiefling Paladin. Oath of the Ancients is her choice. My preferred pronouns are her, she and her. That's who I'm playing.
Shauna.
Hi, I'm Shauna. Pronouns she, her. I'm playing Levity, the drunken master monk, and her tiefling thing is Glacia. Glacia, that's right.
Glacia, yeah, I think it's
Yes.
Glacia.
Oh, good. Yes.
Something like that. Lisa.
My name is Lisa Chen. I go by she, her, and I will be playing Mercy Albrecht, who is a shadow sorceress from the domains of Dread and Ravenloft. She doesn't know her ancestry. She was raised by humans, so I am your classic tiefling.
Holly.
Hello! Hi everyone, I'm Holly. I'm just a trash person, I'm sorry. I am Commander Holly all over the internet. My pronouns are she and her. And I will be playing Dirge, who is a College of Whispers bard. She doesn't care what her ancestry is. She's also of the Dustman faction from Sigil. So that is her deal.
I think Dirge is the only one from Sigil itself, but we do have another planer. TK,
Yes.
Tell us about your character and yourself.
Hey, I'm TK. My preferred pronouns are they, them. And I am playing the High and Honorable Lord Gilibertus Terax Tannenbay of the Karna Tannenbays, who is a Oath of the Crown paladin, and he's your good little Prince Charming. He's here to take names and take hearts.
He's Prince something.
Whose man is this?
Whose man is this? He could be yours to deal.
Whose man's is this?
Whose man?
Whose man's is this?
And Hadil.
It's my turn. Hi, I'm Hadil. I'm Twitty Such all over the internet. My preferred pronouns are she and her. Actually, they're required. They're not preferred. So, my character is Miga. She is a bothersome urchin child who lived by the sea but now lives in Sigil as some sort of horrible Dickensian orphan. So I don't think there was ever she doesn't quite know what her ancestry is. She doesn't know what that means. Probably some sort of ocean nonsense. She's just nonsense all the time.
And that's why we love her. Can you just check with chat? Are the sound levels okay? Is everyone getting a good sound level?
It doesn't look like anyone's complaining yet, so
That's a good start. They're normally complaining, so
yeah.
So far, so good.
oh,
I mean,
good.
complain away, but you know,
Use the right
be nice.
pronouns. We've told you.
Yeah. If you
I
want to
love
complain, you
complaining.
better do that.
Yeah. I love complaints. I love to eat them.
Okay, so let's get going. The multiverse is an infinite place, and there are all manner of planes and demi-planes in the cosmology known as the Great Wheel. Our tale is woven in the outer planes. It's a circle of 16 named planes which arc around a central hub known as the Outlands. We begin today's journey in Sigil. In the centre of the Outlands is a great spire, above which sits the peculiar donut-shaped city of Sigil. We find the party in the Grand Bazaar, where the sights and sounds of a large yet incredibly alien market are around them. The scent of exotic spices drifts through the air, mingling with the rotting waste tossed aside from food stalls. The noise continuously assaults your eardrums, shopkeepers yelling, "Oi! Cutter!" and touting their wares. All manner of unusual characters mill about, from the sallow-skinned Githzerai serenely picking their way around the crowds, not to be confused with Jith, to a group of confused dwarves blinking as if they've just popped into existence, to the peculiar servants of the city, the Darbus, and they are cutting back bristling barbed razor vine. Through a break in the clouds, you see your newest friend, Chastity, waving a brief hello before she turns away to walk back to the hive ward, and the waves of people block her from view. She's been more helpful than most folks around here, helping you learn some of the local patter they call chant, apparently, or can't. You're not quite sure. And warning you of specific things to watch out for, like the odd brothers that run the food stall that you're standing near. So, what's everyone up to right now? Let's go to Levity.
So Levity has just come back from one of the food stalls, and she's holding something that she goes up to Miga. It's like, "Oh, I got these awesome things. Something called cranium rat skewers, but they're delicious. You want one?"
Miga immediately takes it and shoves the whole thing in her mouth, like cartoon, just like, and then pulls the stick out and then pockets the stick. She's gonna need that for later.
Pentar.
Oh, Pentar is kind of over in the corner, awkwardly kind of picking mushrooms off of her body and sniffing them, and she kind of holds one up to Mercy, and she's like, does this smell weird to you?
Mercy is going to slap Pentar's hand so that the mushroom drops off. And she has this little raven feather duster that's kind of like brushing over Pentar and getting all of the tiny little spores off of her.
Pentar runs and picks up the mushroom that she dropped, and she's just like, ugh.
And Mercy just looks really, really worried in every direction. Just real concerned.
Gil?
Gil is also like kind of off more by himself, kind of in a corner. He's kind of like tapping his foot and looking around, checking the position of the sun, wondering when Levity's going to be back with that food that he just sent her with money to go get. He hasn't seen her in a little while, and he's thinking he's definitely going to be sending a bad review to his father about her.
Lyra, what are you up to while all this is going on?
Lyra is at one of the food stalls, and she's kind of picking through a bunch of apples, and she'll pick out a bunch for the whole party, and she'll pay the stall owner, and she'll walk over and start handing apples to all of her party members, being like, here you go. And she'll walk over to Pentar and Mercy and hand them each an apple and be like, it'll be good for our adventures. And she'll like,
I have my apple now. It's for eating, Pentar. And I'm like wiping them clean.
Pentar sticks it in her pocket.
Dirge.
So Dirge has been watching Miga eat this cranium rat skewer, and she thinks it's undercooked. So she's just waiting to see if she starts to die. So she's just standing like too close to Biga and just saying like, when you find the true death, make sure to tell me, because that just looked like it was really raw, but that's just me. And she's just kind of waiting for her to like pass out.
Miga looks up at Dirge and is like, yeah, real chewy on the inside.
Is it pink? Because if it's pink, it means you're probably gonna die. Just saying.
Miga's
That's what I
like,
heard.
Miga's like, I don't remember, maybe, but if I get a true death, I'll give it to you instead.
She's like really excited for a second, but her excitement is just like, wow, cool, thanks. And she just like kind of like blankly stares off with her like black eyes like in the distance.
As you're staring off, there's this weird feeling in the back of your brain box. It's like a cross between a tickle and an interrupted sneeze, and it quickly grows in intensity, and then it just becomes this painful, relentless squeeze on your brain, and you feel like you're gonna pass out, and you sort of stumble forward, and as you move forward you realise that the pain starts to diminish just a tiny bit as you start to move in a direction.
What? Hey, my head's hurting.
Oh,
Is it the true death?
Yeah, is it the true
No.
death? Oh.
I'm
But
sorry.
I feel like someone's doing bad things. Some cutters out here making me feel real bad.
And
She's just like looking around and she's like going, did I eat one of those cranium rats? I don't think I did.
and the
Good,
rest
it's
of
not.
you, as sorry,
Oh,
Go on.
oh, good. It's not
Go
the
on.
cranium rat.
as like Dirge says this to you, the rest of you start to feel it as well, and it's only by all moving in the same direction that you sort of can ease this pain in any way at all.
Oh, well,
That was weird.
can I Arcana check that kindly?
You
Yeah.
can.
All right, thank you. Ooh, that's not real good. That's 9.
You know someone is trying to compel you to go somewhere, but you're not sure how or why.
All right. I don't want to rattle my bone box too much, but I feel like we should go in the direction that our brains are not hurting.
Even
I'm
as
okay with
Dirge
that.
is talking, Gil is like barreling forward in that direction because he so rarely feels discomfort. He's just like, out. It has out of me.
I guess we should follow him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Miga checks to make sure one of the many fishing hooks stuck in her hair isn't, like, embedded in her skin again.
Again.
Do some investigation.
Just to get the fish hooks out.
Okay, double check. So investigation, 15 plus 1, so 16.
Nice. No, all your fish hooks are fine, but your hand
Okay.
sort of lands on that strange bauble that you've got that makes people think it's their wildest desire. And you remember you fondly remember the little pile of trash.
Yeah, my treasure. Miga's like, oh, okay, good, my treasure is still there, my treasure.
Pentar is like scrambling and at the same time wondering if she accidentally implanted spores in everyone's brains, and she's just kind of like, ooh, that may have happened the other night. Maybe that's what this is.
Mercy is following Pentar and saying, did you plant spores in everyone's brain again?
I don't think it was me this time, but if it was, tell me how it goes, because I'd like to know.
Oh. Oh no.
Dirge is just like taking one of her like claws. Oh no.
This is a trip.
Dirge will just take one of her claws and just like jam it in her ear, just like as far as she can, just think there's spores, and then this ear she's just gonna walk like this. They're like, I don't want that happening again.
So, Sigil being what it is, no one's paying attention to you all sort of clutching your heads and heading in this direction. And you stumble and make your way along this path of least resistance until you come to an old 2-story building. And I'd like Dirge to roll me some history.
Oh, sweet. Let's see. No, that's not too bad. 1 second. Let's see, 16.
You recognise this from your childhood. This is
Oh,
your
wow.
Uncle Jison's shop.
Oh, guys, this is my Uncle Jism's shop.
But he died some time ago.
I definitely didn't kill him. Just so
I
you
believe
know.
you. I believe you.
Gil
Cool.
does not believe her.
That is levity.
But he is very lucky to have died. Do I know what Jism sold at this shop?
You know that he used to be a clerk.
Okay. Okay, so I will relay that information and tell them, yeah, he used to be really an important cutter in the, I don't know, paperwork business.
Mercy will step forward and knock on the door.
There is no answer, but the door sort of creaks open as you knock on it.
I mean, he's definitely not in there because he's definitely dead, but you can go in first.
I'll poke my head in and just and say, Uncle Jay.
Mercy, you are assaulted by the sight of an abandoned office. There is dust everywhere. There
I
are
leave.
papers, ledgers, notebooks all over tables. And yeah, everything is covered in dust.
You guys all hear Mercy scream, and I close the door. And I was like, "There's nothing for us in there."
No, wait, what'd you say?
It's really,
what was it?
you don't want. It's a horrible sight. You don't.
Is it a
Was there a
monster?
dead body?
I don't want you to see your uncle's place like this.
As soon as someone says, "Is there a dead body?" Dirge just like slams the door open and just looks in there like.
Miga follows. She's like, I want to see it. I have my stick, and pulls out her
Oh, no,
skewer
Miga.
from the cranium rat.
Oh,
Yeah,
Uncle
Captain
Jism's ghost, are you in here?
You hear
Gil's like, this is my chance, and he like starts to elbow the ladies out of the way.
Lyra just stumbles backwards.
Yeah, Dirge will not let him through. She's like, hey, this is my territory. Look how dusty it is. See my robe? It matches.
He's like super scared of Dirge, so he'll like not touch her, but he'll like try to angle himself like under her arm, like awkwardly.
Alright. Yeah, I do have my hand on my dagger that might also be a switchblade.
Oh, no.
as all this is going on, Levity, you can hear this little voice going, oh dear, I had no idea that this would happen.
Oh, there's someone in there. It's not empty. It's like a little voice. Dirge, can I come through, please? And she just kind of smiles and just kind of like is trying to like avoid you.
Oh, yeah, no, you asked nicely. Please go ahead. Dirge
Yep.
will like,
Yep. Well, we just kind of hop in there, like hop over the entrance, just kind of look around.
but if anyone's dead, you tell me.
Oh, well, yes, I'll tell you.
You realise the voice is coming from the back of the room, and there is a book-covered table at the back of the room.
I'll just kind of, we don't mean you any harm. Coming to see you. Don't be alarmed. There's seven of us. Just what's wrong?
Suddenly, a cat jumps on the table.
You see, like, oh my god. How is this what kind of cat is this?
Just a normal sort of street cat. It's grey. But then it says, nope, weren't me.
We have a talking cat.
Oh, he's so cute.
The cat sort of cocks its head onto one side and goes, Dirge? Is that you?
I did not kill your family.
It wasn't me.
Well,
Miga is hiding behind Pentar and immediately is just like hissing at the cat. She does not like this cat.
I'm like, Mika, no, the cat might have answers. I didn't actually kill my uncle. I'm just saying, anyway, I'll like reach my hand out to like shake the cat's hand.
the cat holds up its paw and it goes, well, I would have hoped you hadn't killed me, Dirge.
Is that you, Uncle Jism?
Yes, it is.
I thought you died. Like,
Well,
I thought you...
I did, but then apparently I got to be a petitioner.
Oh, she's like super disappointed all of a sudden, like, oh.
A what?
Oh, that's too bad.
Well, it's...
For what power are you petitioning for? A good old Unky Monkey?
Oh, one of the lords in the Beastlands.
Hence the cat, of course. Of course. I guess it could be worse. It could be, some paladin god like Lathander or something. Oh, don't want to get me on that. But still unfortunate that you have not reached the true death yet.
Yeah, so I had a feeling you'd be disappointed in that, but I was, and he sort of looks at the table, and you realise on the table there is, this book flips open, and the pages
Whoa, I don't
flick.
like books that move by themselves.
And then it lands on sort of some pages in the middle, and then there's a human-like face between the pages. And the book says, oh, I'm really sorry. It was my fault about the pain.
Oh, Pentar gets really freaked out, and she has this like big staff with an orb at the top of it, and she just smacks the book immediately as soon as it starts talking.
Yeah,
No.
Dirge just lets her. She's like,
Mika just starts yelling and like waving her stick around. Like,
No, please, oh, don't do that. I needed to call for help, so I reached out and tried to curb some pertish folks off the street. It's been so long since I did that. I guess I didn't realize I would cause you harm. Perhaps some sparkle would make it up to you after you've heard me out and helped us. I'll see that you get some.
So wait, are you related to Uncle Jism too, or are you like his book lady? Like, I didn't know he had a lady friend, especially one who was a book. But if he's into that, it's fine.
No. See, have you heard of automata?
How have I? Shall I roll? Let's see. That's a 14.
You know about automata.
All right, and that is the
Gate
Modron.
Town to Macanus.
Yes. All right, I'll be like, yeah, hey. I mean, these guys are clueless, so I mean, they're not gonna know. But I know it's the Gate Town to Mechanus, which that is far too of a functional place for someone as messed up as I am.
But yes. You see, we need a few kind pipers who will take myself and your uncle here to automata. You see, he purchased me from a wizard there, and he had an agreement to make payments, and unfortunately his death broke the agreement, so I need to be returned to my maker. And he sort of looks really the face in the book just looks to one side like the cat a bit nervously, and he's like, he can't reach the true death with a debt hanging over him, can he?
As soon as she says that, Dirge is just like, that's correct, book friend.
And the cat just starts tapping at the pages going, no, oh, I know we need her to help, but now she's going to try and kill me.
I didn't say that. The book did.
Fair play, Dirge, fair play. You are a, canny cutter indeed. So,
I've been told that before I get kicked in the face by strangers. But I will do it, why not? Everyone, why don't you discuss this? As long as I can kill my uncle, get my uncle to this place where the book needs to go, I'm fine with that. So you just talk amongst yourselves. I'm gonna see if I can find any bones in this house. And she just, starts looking around for bones.
okay,
This whole time that Dirge has been talking to the book and her uncle cat, Mercy has been sweeping, and you turn around and it's sparkling in here. There's maybe a pile of bones by size and creature.
What in the nine hells happened to the stuff in the room?
It's better.
Where's the dust?
You're right, Dirge. We are dustmen, and it was my duty to come in here and fix this whole situation.
You're so leather-headed, sparkly butt. I just walk outside.
I don't know what those words mean.
You know what butt means? I say from the door.
Mika looks at the pile of bones and's like, "Don't you want your bones?
They're clean. No.
Your bones. Oh, can I have them?"
Sure.
Okay. She takes one. Do I have to like roll for what kind of bone, or should I just take a bone?
You pick up, and it's just a small bird skull.
Ooh.
She sticks it on the end of her horn.
What's Lyra up to?
This whole time, Lyra's kind of been like watching everybody reaction, and like every time someone she feels is going through like sad or like feeling like anxious, she'll like kind of like look like she's gonna walk over and like hand them another apple like from her bag, or like being like waiting, and then like, you know, she's trying to make sure everybody's kind of comfortable with the scenario. But when she sees Dirge go out to the front door, she'll follow her.
Levity?
Just like go talk to Gil. Are we? Is this a job? Is this a job?
Gil actually has no idea, because pretty much as soon as the cat started talking, he was like, "Bored!" And so he's actually been like walking around the room, and he's much bigger and taller than Levity, so he like doesn't even notice that she's like speaking to him. He's just dodging out of the way of Mercy's broom and kind of like picking at like peeling stuff on the wall and looking at stuff that's messed. He's like picking up every single piece of paper and looking at it and being like,
That goes in pile B.
He just rolls
he just
her eyes.
throws it over his shoulders. Finally, when Levity does get his attention, he like looks down at her and says, "Yates, do we have to be here?"
Mika immediately turns to the word Yates because she is still not entirely sure if she is or is not Yates.
You're all Yates.
Mika, you're not a
We're all Yates.
That's not our name. We told you our name over and over. Why don't you remember it? Also, we need this money.
And he just like ruffles her hair and says, "Did you say money?"
Yes, money.
Who has the money? Who is in need of rescuing? I will help them.
From
That book.
from outside, yeah, you hear it's the book. Also, you should have listened. It's the exposition.
Yeah, and he'll look at Levity. He'll be like, "Who must we rescue?"
We have to return this book to where it needs to be returned. It seems very sad. And it has money.
The book has money.
Yes.
And now he's like doing like mental gymnastics with his like 10 intelligence, where he's trying to figure out whether or not like he could just shake down the book, because like, is it a consenting person? Like, is it technically robbery if he just takes money that's in a book?
Mika's like dicking around with the bones, like making them into like different pictures, and she turns to Levity and Gil and goes, "We have to go to the old tomato."
Oh.
I think that's what it was. Yes, old tomato.
And the old tomato has money.
Yes, they have the treasure.
A treasure?
Probably be looking up
Like
like
a
this.
treasure is like way better than money in his mind, and he's like, "Treasure, this sounds like a quest. Yeah, we could do this. We could do
Pentar
this.
has like not been paying attention, and she's been over on the ground like planting mushrooms, and she's like, and it's just all like in this one little spot. There's like a little fairy circle, and it's a little gross. And she's just like, "Dirge, I fixed it. You can come back now." It's gross again.
Yeah, she'll just look in through the door and be like, "You've done good work today."
Thank you.
Mercy looks back and forth between Pentar and Dirge, and Pentar and Dirge, and just looks very concerned.
the decaying fungus will add to the death of this place.
Yes.
Looks at Mercy.
All right. Mercy will go over to the desk and lay out a big handkerchief and place the book in it and start wrapping it up nicely.
Okay, the cat sort of jumps off and starts winding its way around your legs as you're doing that.
Miga does not like. She just makes hissing noises and like.
Oh, what
waves
color
her
is the cat?
stick.
It's grey.
Oh, okay, good, cute. That is important.
I'll give the
important.
cat a little scritch.
The cat says, "Oh, yeah, just left a bit. Yeah, oh, that's lovely. Thank you so much."
Gil will immediately look at Levity and be like, Yates, is this a pet?
I don't think it's a pet. It talks. Apparently, it might be our boss. I'm not too sure.
No one is my boss. And he's like, just like, he gets like this illusion of like himself on like a throne. Like, the cat has money?
Yes.
I don't know if Gil believes her.
It's just like the Mac lady gif is Gil like right now every time somebody
Money, he's like, are cats sentient beings? Can I shake down a cat? And he's just like, and he just looks at Levity and he's like, well, is this going to fit in my appointments?
Oh, I've seen your appointments. It is quite free, apparently. This is all we have to do today.
I trust you, Yates. You're much better at this than I am.
It's not.
Come, let's save the world.
All right, let's go.
Which way is the quest?
The cat.
What is a cat?
Sorry, the cat says, "Well, I have done some investigating. I've figured out where the portal is and how to use it. You've heard of the portals, right? Dirge, you know what I'm on about, don't you?"
I mean, they're pretty hard to find. You had to cough up some pretty heavy jink to find one. Who did you pay off? Unky Wunky.
As a cat, I can creep around and listen to people that don't realize that they're,
That's fair.
So the portal's in the Clerk's Ward. There's a scribe shop near the Hall of Records. You need a piece of paper which is torn into two perfectly even halves with the letter E printed on each half.
Sounds easy enough.
There was, and he looks around the now clean shop, and he's just like, there was a piece of paper here, but I don't know where it is now. Your friend has, and shakes his head.
I'll look over to Mercy and be like, there was a method to the madness.
Since Gil was like not paying attention and was actually looking at the papers and stuff, is there any chance that he saw anything like remotely interesting?
Perception or investigation?
Oh god. Oh Jesus.
I know they're both the
Which
same.
I am proficient in neither.
Is it
no.
just
Gil
did
gets
Mercy
lost
just
and is
make-
never seen again.
Did Mercy make a
in the
stack of
basement.
papers, or did she
Yeah,
like?
I mean,
throw them away?
yeah.
all the papers would be in a stack for sure.
Okay. Miga immediately like grabs a piece of paper from the middle of the stack and like pulls it
No,
up, sending all of
Miga.
the paper flying, and
Gil
like
got a
holds
15,
it out.
so
Sorry, what did Gil
Very
get?
proud of herself.
15.
15. As Mika pulls this and the papers fly into the air, one flutters down, and it's been folded and scored but not yet torn, and it's got the E's on it.
Miga's helping.
They're just like, Mega, no. You don't have the coordination.
Also, Miga can't fucking read.
Yeah.
Also
Look at
good,
his
also
shape.
good.
Yeah.
Shape.
I feel like I have pretty dexterous hands, so I will take that and try and tear it into perfect halves.
Okay. Is there anything special you're going to do? You're like going to fold it and use your blade to cut it, or?
Yeah, I can do that.
Okay, and then,
Um,
yeah, I won't have you roll if you're going to do it that way.
Can Mercy stand over her shoulder and micromanage to help her?
the worst.
If she does that, Dirge will just be super annoyed, like trying to meticulously.
Fold it on the score better. Use the edge of the table.
Art, go.
Mine's over there.
Go. Look, you know what's over there? I saw a mess just outside the door.
Where?
A big mess. In fact, Miga made it. I saw her defecate outside, and I hear that you have to pick that up.
Miga.
I hear that you have to pick that up, and you're the only one responsible enough to do it. You carry those little bags for defecation.
I carry these little bags just for this.
Miga is not entirely sure if
out
she
the door.
remembers doing it or not, but she just looks at Mercy and was like, I maybe did it.
And I'm pretty sure Pentar took some of it and made mushrooms with it, so you gotta go clean it up before he makes more mushrooms.
Yeah,
Mercy
that sounds
leaves
like something
forever.
I'd do. Yeah.
And if that works, I will continue doing my job.
So yeah, you've got no problem tearing this piece of paper once you've got rid of Mercy's shadow looming over you.
I was helping.
Miga's helping. She's just looking through papers, looking for this E. She has no idea what an E looks like. She doesn't know what that means.
Pentar's trying to help Miga, but she also can't read. So she's just like, this might be an E, and she's just holding up, scribble on a paper, maybe.
This is very bad. Alright. Well, I have that, and I'll say whenever anyone's ready to go, I can take... I'm no tout for this city, but I at least can get us to this portal with Unky Wunky over here. Do you want to hold it in your kitty mouth?
No, it's okay. I trust you to keep a hold of it, niece.
Alright. Hope you like being a kitty, because you'll be one forever. No judgment.
It's not so bad, you know. I didn't even realize that I'd owed this book. You know what it's like when you come back as a petitioner.
No, I don't, actually.
It's not so bad. I don't know why you're so against it all.
And she just coughs and just walks away.
Gil will lean to Levity and be like, man, with Unky Wunky, I would be seeking out the true death. High five. He really holds it up. He says it too. He's like, high five.
She'll be like,
It misses and definitely bruises his shoulder, but he's like, yeah, good arm, Yates. Good arm.
mm.
The worst.
So, are you just gonna head straight for where he guides you and use the portal?
I will tell everyone that if they need supplies, we are in the Great Bazaar, so if they do want to get anything, we head out and take care of it. And there is a matter that we are somehow magically bound to do this. I don't know if we are still magically bound, but I will just tell them, there's a lot of questions here. So if anyone needs anything before we go, or has money, or, I don't know, wants to steal anything, I'm not going to judge you. Just do it now or forever hold your peace, or if you need a potty break or whatever.
Miga's like, I need a potty break.
You just defecated outside, you don't.
Oh, yeah. She still's not entirely sure if she did that or not.
Mika, did you want to try and steal something from the shop?
Yes. Yes, I do.
Roll that D100.
Here we go.
D100.
Yeah.
Charts.
Oh, my beautiful
Wait,
chart.
is this the right one? Somebody help me. Somebody save me from me. Do I not have a D100?
It's
to
the
the D10.
yeah, the 2 10s.
Is this like goddamn incomplete? Okay, whatever. We're going with it.
I do.
Alright.
It's the one that's got those on,
Okay.
and then
yeah,
the other one that's the same shape.
Alright. For some reason, this set that I'm using doesn't have one, so I just picked one from another set.
Okay.
Alright. Maybe it's missing. Maybe it's dead. Nobody knows.
Sometimes they don't have them.
Yeah. Alright, so I have 29.
29. You find 13 grubby silver coins.
Oh, nice.
Miga finds like a little box with these like kind of dirty silver pieces and immediately dumps them onto the floor, and they clink and roll away, and takes the box and puts it in her bag.
Did Gil find anything interesting when he was reading those papers besides the
The papers are all just sort of really sort of neat ledgers of various things. It's like accounts for people.
Oh.
So there was nothing really that interesting.
Yeah, he's not a blackmailer, so it's kind of like, meh. It's just bored.
Okay.
Does anybody want the silver coins on the ground?
No, I think you can.
Okay. I just want the box.
Yeah, if nobody's looking, Gil will like kind of. Oh no! These silly boots, they're always coming unlaced and kind of like.
I've 1,000% done that in real life when I saw $5. I'm like,
Yeah,
I have to.
$5. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I'll be like $5.
Well, I didn't want anybody else to see it. I was just like, I'm gonna tie my shoe.
For anyone
I'll
that's
buy it.
listening
I'll buy
and not
it.
actually watching, TK just sort of slid out of shot there.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. He'll just like kind of like idly like, oh, these silly boots always becoming unlaced, and he'll like bloop 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 and kind of like snatch them up off the ground.
Dirge just looks disapproving. Yeah, do we see this happen, or are you trying to be stealthy?
I mean, like as stealthy as this idiot can be.
Okay.
Like he's not trying to hide it by any means, but he is trying to like distract them by being like, my shoe.
Oh no. Yeah, Dirge will just look at him and be like, material wealth is temporary.
It's
Oh,
the
that's-
sort of distraction where you're going, my shoe, and everyone looks at your shoe instantly and sees what you're doing.
Like immediately. They wouldn't even care if he hadn't like been obviously not okay with picking up the money.
Well, while all this is happening, Pentar's like in the bazaar trying to convince someone to eat one of her mushrooms. She's like holding it up, like, do you want to try this? Do you want to try this?
You've managed to accost this young human boy with blonde hair, and he looks very sort of like girlish, and he's got a duck on a leash, and you're not quite sure what that's about. And he's like, "Oh, okay, yeah, sure, that's great, thank you." And he holds his hand out, and he just chews on this mushroom.
Oh man, NPCs are gonna kill.
Yes. Taste the decay. Taste the decay.
Do you want me to roll, or
Oh,
do you
no.
want to roll?
I will roll for this.
Please
one.
roll.
See what he
Oh my
gets.
God.
I've got the chart.
Yes.
Yeah, Dirge is just gonna
Chart.
sidle up and be like, yes.
It was. I got random effects. So I got to reroll. Hang on.
Oh no.
Oh come on.
He got black.
So he eats this black mushroom that you give him, and then he just pops out of existence.
Yes, and Pentar pulls out this like grubby notebook with like random drawings in it, and she just draws like a little stick figure boy, and then like question mark, and then draws a black mushroom. Yes.
Dirge is just gonna get real close to her and just be like, is he dead?
I hope so.
And then
Miga's like looking around, and she's like, "Where's the duck?"
Yes, the duck's
Is it
still
duck
there.
on? Is it duck?
the duck
Percy
went with
shows up
him.
out of nowhere.
Okay, if the duck was
With
there,
the
I was gonna
Pentar
take it,
Dirge.
but
What happened to that boy? Pentar, what happened to that boy?
I don't know. But
According-
it's time to go, everyone. It's time to
Nice.
get out of the street. Making people disappear in the street of Siggle's not a good thing for the locals, so here we go. Time to go.
And as you say that, he goes, and he just reappears holding this duck, and he was like, there was just so much fire.
Pentar draws
duck.
fire in the notebook, and she's like, check mark, and like, all right, cool. Puts it away.
Okay, Lyra. What's Mom Lyra doing up to?
I feel like she would just be like absolutely horrified with the fact that a child just kind of like dematerialized and just popped up holding a duck. So she's
She's
gonna
like
walk
running
up to-
around doing this, like,
Yeah, that's basically what she's doing like the whole time. Like she's just like trying to offer people like apples or things, or like trying to make sure they're okay. And she just sees this boy holding a duck, and she's just kind of like, I'm really sorry. And she'll go in her bag and she'll pull out a cracker for the duck. And because she's got snacks in her little satchel. She's prepared.
So like, whoa. You gotta feed ducks frozen peas. Bread is bad for them.
Oh no. Oh, and she'll look in her bag and she'll be like, I don't have any frozen peas. Hold on. And she'll go to one of the carts. She'll get some peas and she'll bring them back and just like be like, here, feed these to your duck. My friend says that they're better than the cracker, but that's okay. And she'll eat the cracker and give the peas to
And he'll sort of like, he was patting a part of his tunic that was on fire, and he puts that out and he like sort of looks up at you and he's a bit shell shocked and he holds the hand out and he's like, oh, and he takes the peas and he's like, thanks! what a fun day this has been! And sort of wanders off, just looking a bit stunned.
She'll just be like, you're welcome, have a good day! And she'll just like follow the rest of the party.
We're just gonna like hurriedly push Lyra after the rest in our getaway.
As you're heading towards the Clerk's Ward, I'd like, Mercy, can you roll perception for me?
Who was that?
Mercy.
Oh, that's me!
That's you!
I got a 16.
You notice in one of the alleyways there is a small figure lining pebbles up neatly in size order. What? 1, 2, 3, and it's just
You put that one in the wrong place. You have to include the cap. I just break off of the group and go into the little alley.
And this is like this little round ball sitting on the floor, its legs sticking out in front of it, and it sort of looks up at you and it's got like this one big eye on its body, and it says, hello, can I help you?
I'm gonna lean down and take one of the pens that he has out of order and move it over slightly, and I'm just like, may I?
Oh, thank you.
And I put it in the right place.
Okay. And as you look at him, you notice that he's got this red paint daubed on his side, and it's the code S3-AN.
I immediately love him. And I'm just gonna crouch there and with exactly the face that's on my face, watch him put things in order. I'm forgetting that there's the rest of the party.
And you watch, he's pushing him out, and he's got like one like normal robot arm, but then his other one sort of finishes part way, and he's got like this fork tied to it with some twine, and he's using the fork to push these things into order. And the rest of you can see Mercy just like in this alleyway at this little ball that's sitting on the floor.
Sorry.
Yeah, I'll just say Mercy has her one like white clawed arm, but her other arm is like covered in stained glass from a curse that she has, and she just kind of leans down and she's pointing at the little fork and pointing at her arm, and she's like freaking out.
Lyra will walk up and be like, "Who's your friend?"
He seems to have a name painted on him, which I think is really good for... I'm always trying to put you guys in alphabetical order. We should think about that. Painting our names.
Oh, okay.
But he's S3-AN, and look at the cool thing he did.
Oh. Aww. And she'll look down at like the pens and be like, How do you know if they're in the right order or not? Are they height or are they... And she'll like kind of look at it and just kind of like go, "Ooh, that's really cool." And like
Mercy's gonna give S3-4N a knowing look and it's like, am I right?
The little creature says, designation size, and its little face like beams. It's got a little smile on its face.
Lyra just like is like, "It is cute."
And then there's two tieflings freaking out in an alley.
Miga comes over hearing excitement and the word paint, and is like full barrels, like pushing people out of the way because she just wants to paint again, like just getting there, and then sees this and stops and goes, "I love it. What is that?" I have to have it. Like, just looks at Lyra and Mercy and is like, I need to have this. What is it?
The creature points its fork hand at its chest, and it says, "Designation, Modron from Honus."
See, it's a Modron. I don't know if we can just give him away as a pet, though, Miga. I don't.
His hand is made of treasure. I need him.
I don't know if we really take him, but maybe we can befriend him and he can come along with us on our adventures.
Pentar is on all fours and like crawls over and then licks him and sticks like 2 mushrooms to where she licked him, and she's like, he belongs to Miga now.
Yeah. Thank you, Granny. And like Mika pulls out like rifles through her bag for a minute and pulls out like a really dainty, probably very expensive pure silver dessert fork and holds it up for this little Modron to see. And she's like, I have a treasure too. I have a treasure hand. And it like just starts like wrapping it with like a piece of like fishing wire and like waving her like now fork hand around.
Are you Modron too?
Yes, I'm Mika too.
Hello, Miga too. Are you the second, Miga?
Not? Is there another Mika? Is there another Mika? Mika just like slowly does not understand the concept of multiple people. It just assumes like everybody is just the one version of themselves. Like, is there more Mika?
Mirror universe Miga.
Yeah.
I imagine all this is happening too. Like Dirge was in front of the group being like, all right, so we're gonna go to this portal, and it's just taught and it's going, all right, you leatherheads, and she just like turns around and she's just like, everyone's gone. It's like lady's tits, and she just like walks away to go try and find them.
Yeah, you find them all sort of clustered around this rogue Modron.
Gil follows Dirge while trying to make it look like he's leading Dirge.
Dirge is fine with that. In fact, Dirge will be like, wow, I'm so glad that you're here with us. I feel so protected by your leadership.
And he like looks at her, and because he is he's never understood somebody not liking him in any way to use sarcasm on him. He's just like, I am privileged and honored to be here with you, my lady. But then he like looks off like to the side and like shivers like really like
and Dirge is just like it's like laughing. Yeah, when she finds everyone around the Modron, she's like, I'm not dealing with this. Like, whatever, you want to pet, I don't care. And just like waits.
Miga, like waving her arm fork, turns to Gil and Dirge and is like, we found this. And just like points at it and is like, it's shaped like a friend.
It's shaped like responsibility to me. You have to feed that thing.
This is like the only time Gil has ever agreed with Dirge. He hates the concept of any pets.
The Modron sort of swivels its eye as far as it can to the side to try and look at the mushrooms Pentar stuck to it. And it says, designation or organic. Wait. And a little door pops open in the side, and there's this little paper sachet. And it sort of takes it out of this sachet out of the compartment and sprinkles some on the mushroom, and then puts it in its mouth and starts chewing.
And Tar's like staring like that, like.
And it's a green mushroom, and it sort of says, feel better, and sort of pushes itself up and stands up.
Pentar writes this in her notebook, like green equals sunshine. I don't know, like a little sun.
And then it
Happy
hands
face.
the rest of the sachet to Mercy. And it says, place on food, shift space.
Oh, it's some sort of spice or flavoring. It's like a packet of flavor, a flavor packet, you might say.
Yes.
Ooh.
Straight from Flavortown.
And
Is it
I open
Dorito
up
seasoning?
my backpack, and it's very neatly organized. And you see there's like a little food section, and I put the flavor packet in there. But then I also have an idea, and I pick up S3-4N, and I'm like, you did really well with those pens you were organizing, and I just kind of hold him over Miga's hair.
It starts brushing the fork hand through the hair and combing out knots.
This is, guys, can we keep it? This will save me so much time. And I like just stuff him into Miga's hair.
Miga does that thing where, like, in all the Studio Ghibli movies where something, like, unpleasant happens to a character and, like, just, like, they vibrate all the way up. But she doesn't mind being brushed, but she, like, looks at the top of her hair where this Modron is and, like, be careful of my treasures.
Order, conflict, or can I... And it sort of like whirs a bit and clicks, as it's not sure how to progress with two different orders.
We broke our toy.
Oh no. Maybe we take him
Miga
out
just,
of her
like,
hair.
pats it and is like, rest now.
Shut down. And it closes its big eye and just sort of like tilts its head forward a bit.
So cute. That was Holly, not Dirge, by the way.
Yeah, Gil's just kind of like, oh darn, it's broken.
Oh, it's so adorable.
So
Miga, who has no concept of death, is like, no, he's sleeping.
That's right, Miga. Sleeping.
I'm sure he's fine. He's just tired and kind of like had it.
Well, if you want to carry that little fellow with you, it's fine. We're going to Automata anyway, so he might need to go, which is where those little
Yeah.
fellows are from.
We
I
will
wanna
take him
bring
to
him
Old
back.
Tomato.
Gil
He
kind of
sure
like
is.
looks at Levity, who I assume is like on the opposite side of the street or something.
Mhm.
He's like, does this have money too?
I don't think so. It is cute though.
Leave it.
Oh.
Dirge will look at Gil and be like, please, fearless leader, please lead us to where we need to go.
And like Gil will look back at Dirge and he's like, his heart like grew 3 sizes that day.
But she's so sarcastic.
He has no idea. He has a 10 wisdom.
He dumb.
It's alright.
This
Libby
man
does that
dumb.
thing.
He
doesn't
almost
listen.
has,
This
yeah,
man's
he almost has
dumb.
negatives. So this dumb Hotep is gonna look back at Holly or at Dirge and just be like, I would love to do exactly that. Yates, the map, please.
You have the map.
Yates,
It's Levity. You have the map. It's right there.
Yates, Bone Yates, the map.
When will you learn our names, Gil?
Miga's just
He
like
ignores Levity.
going, I'm Yates, I'm Yates.
Who are you talking to? Are you talking to me?
And he'll just like he'll like reach for the paper that's in Dirge's hand, but it's like a little reluctant. Like the Dirge could like move it away from his hand if she wanted to, because he like has no idea what he's doing.
Right. No, Dirge is like, why don't you let me hold on to it, but you go in front.
Fantastic, Yates. You have the best idea. You are my favorite Yates.
I just don't know. I don't even know what you're saying, and honestly, I just don't care.
He just smiles. He's like,
And she'll like stay adjacent to him and lead him towards the shop where they're going, but she'll make him think like he's leading them.
that's for the best, because he'll definitely wander off if he sees something that just like, oh, I should go. Oh, no, you're right. We should stay on task. Stay on task. The world needs us.
That's right. The world needs us.
Fascinating. You're so fascinating, Bone Yates. Have I ever told you how fascinating you are?
She's not listening.
That's just bad because he's not talking. It's kind of just like. Burr, 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 burr. In fact, he'll spend the entire walk just telling her like how fascinating she is. Oh, I love the color here. It's just so exotic. Don't you think it's exotic, Yates?
Who are you talking to?
It's just such a fascinating culture.
Levity
I
just
re-
kind of like settles next to Dirge and just offers a flask. It's like, this will help. You'll go like this for hours. If you don't drink this, it will drive you mad.
He is in fact like that for hours. You can just imagine, like, in your mind what he's talking about. Because it really doesn't matter if I say it, because it doesn't matter at all.
Fair. Yeah, Dirge will gladly accept the flask and be like, yeah, you're my new favorite. Just like, drink it.
Yay.
As we're walking to Automata, Mercy's like herding Pentar, trying to keep her in marching order. And then just casually saying things like, I mean, it's okay to poison people and send them to other dimensions, but you have to draw a ritual circle around them first. That's how the dead know you're doing it to appease them.
Well, she's like half listening. She's like being herded because she's running off to spots and like spitting and putting mushrooms where she spit, and then she hears Mercy tell her about the dead people, and she's like, oh, when we find dead, we want to send them to the decay. So I fill them with spores. That's what you're talking about, right? I do that every time. It's the thing that I need to do. I have to spread decay.
That sounds messy.
No, I'll show you. I'll teach you. Next time we find a dead body. Let's go see if we can find a dead body.
Yes,
Oh, goodness.
teacher.
Maybe later, Pentar. Back in the line. Back in the line.
Oh, she spits and sticks a mushroom and gets back in line.
I sweep it.
So it takes you a while to wind your way to the Clerk's Ward with all this going on, but Jisson eventually leads you to this doorway, and with the portal key you've got no trouble activating it and stepping through. And as you sort of step through this magical portal, you just get this shiver down your spine as the magic takes effect. And suddenly you're sort of like blinking at the brightness, and there's actually a sky here and not a sort of haze.
I hate it.
And the town of Automata is just very regular. Mercy, you're gonna love it. All the buildings are the same size, they're all red brick, it's all straight lines, right angles. Even the people are walking around in neat lines and rows. Most of them are wearing the same, these identical grey robes on themselves, and everyone's sort of very sort of quiet. And as you come through, you hear a voice saying, "Newcomers must register at the Office of Visiting Entities." And you see that there is a guard standing there, and there's sort of 9 more guards behind him.
There's so much control and order.
By the way, I definitely pushed Gil in first. I was like, go on, leader.
Lyra will
Gil goes in pretending it was his idea, and he's like, "Ah, adventure awaits! Our destiny!" And like when he gets on the other side, he's just kind of like looking around, like, he's like his head's like jerking back and forth, and his like hands are kind of up at the ready, but he doesn't have like his weapon or his shield out, so he's just kind of like, oh, and he's like looking around like a little kid in a haunted house.
I think this is like Dirge's favorite thing to watch.
Literally, like anytime they do anything that's strange or scary, he'll like go through this whole thing, and then when other people come through the portal, he'll like posture and like fix his hair and just, what took you so long? So many ruffians beset upon me. You know, I finished them single-handedly because
Wow.
of course I did.
The guard goes, "Cutter, you've just come through the portal. No ruffians, we don't allow that sort of thing on the streets of Automata. Now, can you please go and register at the office It's just
Yes,
down the
now that
block
I'm-
there.
Yes, of course. And he like looks around because he has no idea where to go.
Jason is sort of like around your feet, Dirge, and he's going, oh, let's just give these guards the laugh, you know, because like you're gonna be in queues for hours at that office, and you just end up with the Modron headache, wouldn't you?
So we which way to the office?
The guard indicates a couple of blocks down from where he's standing.
There, Unky Wonky, why don't you just lead us? You know, you've been here, you bought this book, we don't know.
He's like, sure, okay. And then he sort of veers off to the left and not
Alright,
towards the opposite.
follow the cat.
Ah.
But they said the office was that way. We're not.
We have to.
we're not
It's the
going.
law. We have to obey it.
And then Dirge just follows the cat.
Yeah, Pentar follows the cat.
Oh God, crisis of conscience. They wouldn't
mean-
make the law if it wasn't a good law.
They're pretty orderly. I'm pretty sure this will take no time at all. I mean, look at
Mika
the
wants to
street.
try
Dirge is
and
gone.
steal something.
Oh, sure.
There's all these people and whatnot around.
Gil is-
Do some sleight of hand for me to see how successful you are.
19. Let's see, sleight of hand. 19 plus 4, so 23.
Oh man, the guards aren't going to see you do that. Roll your 100.
100.
I'll find your table.
Okay. Oh damn, 69, nice.
Oh no! I think I know what this is. I think I know what this is. This is- yes! Yes!
Oh, I forgot about that. Oh no.
Yes.
Ah, yeah.
You pickpocket a Modron that is orderly marching along, like a cube one, and it's just like orderly marching along, and you manage to sneak out this little folded up dog-eared pamphlet from one of its back compartments, and it is Modron porn.
And Mika doesn't know what that means, so she just flips through it in like
no.
plain sight of all of the party. She's just like slowly flipping through it
And,
and turns it
the robot,
turns
the
it
Modron,
around.
the Modron
ahead.
on your head wakes up, and it just looks down and goes, Mika 2? Is that a comic?
Oh.
Miga holds it up for the Modron to see and then turns it around for the rest of the party and goes, I found a coloring treasure. I found a coloring book treasure.
The Modron's
Oh.
eye is just really wide, and it's just like, cannot unsee.
Oh.
Gil would love to confiscate that.
Oh my god.
Does he have to roll for it or
I mean, Mika would probably beat him, but like,
oh
Gil's gonna snatch at it. Yeah.
okay.
This is most inappropriate for a.
Are we into PvP already?
He'll just like complain about how inappropriate it is. He'll start to the scene too.
I feel like somebody should probably try and confiscate.
Yeah, make an unarmed
Yeah.
attack for Gil.
Yeah.
Oh
Lyra,
my
Can I-
god.
Lyra,
That
you
sounds
need to take
scary.
care of her.
Can I assist Gil? Can I assist Gil?
If you're also trying, yes.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure by like waving this around, Miga is
Yeah.
drawing lots of attention.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gil. Yeah. Gil.
So he got a 17, and so like that's gonna be my only good roll for the day.
You manage to grab this off, and then there's another group of guards coming down the street, and they just sort of stop and they tell you again that if you're new here, you need to be registering, you need to get the right permits.
Of
Miga
course,
points
yes,
at
our
Gil.
permit.
Miga points at Gil and goes, he took my coloring treasure.
Gil just like rolls it up and puts it into his pocket
Gil.
for
Can I
processing later.
have it?
No, I was gonna say, Lyra's just gonna be like mortified and just be like, Gil, I think we should like hide that. Like maybe not in your front pocket, maybe in your
Yeah, he'll put it in like his haversack.
yeah, just to keep it out of
Just
in
like
case.
roll it up real tight and like put it in there. Next to another like suspicious mound of rolled up pamphlets.
So I just do want to point out that the chat is coming up with great names for this book.
Oh my god. Oh boy.
Let me see if I can. My personal favorite: Love Knows No HD Limits and How to Oil Your Gears.
Yes.
Oh, good. Yes.
Oh no.
I hope
Oh,
somebody
boy.
like fits in like a behind 7 proxies reference in there because that'll really.
Jane's Guide to Modron Repair and Maintenance. Oh, 2 Modrons, 1 coupler. I hate this.
Oh, dear.
I hate this.
Oh no.
I hate it.
That's the stream. Bye, everyone.
Goodbye. I quit.
Mercy Gears Monthly, I love it.
I'm
Okay,
so
who
sorry.
are you? Ultimate Triforce, you. Next thing you play in, tell them I said you could have a nat 20.
Never too old to
It won't
DOS.
hold up.
Did you
That
say
made me shiver in fear.
Yeah. Not okay. Did you say some guards had came up basically to
Yeah.
reprimand? Pentar's very uncomfortable with this this whole area. There's no nature, there's no grime, there's nothing that where fungus can grow. So she just wild shapes into a giant centipede that's covered in mushrooms and curls around Dirge.
Yeah, Dirge.
Remember the name. It's the pentapede.
The pentapede.
Oh, the pet.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like when you do that, you just become like a cowl over Dirge's head.
Yeah.
Just
Just hanging out there, oh.
yeah,
very
almost like
fashionable.
a big hood. So it actually looks really cool.
Yeah, and mushrooms sticking out all over.
Yeah, absolutely. And Dirge is following her uncle and just slow. You know that walking when you're waiting for friends and you're just oh god, come on. And then you just wait and you're just god, what's taking them so long? That's what she's doing. And then eventually she'll just be like, please come here.
Yeah, Gil is now very aware that he's in possession of some ill-gotten merchandise for the greater good. But he will kind of weigh his options and be like, perhaps it would be more prudent for our quest if we followed the person who is our employer.
Yes, let's go.
I agree. We should probably get out of here. And you can see Lyra kind of look up at the sky, and she's kind of uncomfortable with how perfect everything is. It's very unusual to her, so she's kind of just looking up and following.
Miga's having the
Mercy
time of her
Paul.
life and probably needs to be guided in the right direction
Yeah.
before she continues rifling and getting more naughty Modron magazines.
Lyra will grab her hand and kind of pull her
The
along.
Modron is still
Yeah.
just sitting bolt upright with its eye wide open.
Yeah.
Her little fork hand in Lyra's hand, just
Yep. Just hold on. Just being okay, we're just looking and walking.
Mercy,
Wondering.
you hear a muttering from your wrapped up handkerchief thing where you put the book.
Oh, the book is trying to talk. I'll kind of flip my backpack around and take the book and kind of pull back the handkerchief a little bit. Yes.
He says, Jason can lead you to the old shop that my maker is in. Just avoid the patrols or you'll end up paying a fine.
Oh, we don't have any money. Okay. We gotta be we gotta be careful. No more, Miga, no more taking stuff off of Modrons or anybody.
but I found it.
No, it wasn't your treasure.
But I found it.
No
I
father in the home. Typical.
Oh.
At hearing that, Lyra will cover Miga's ears and just go,
Alex?
Yeah,
Glare.
Gil's
Just
what?
glare at-
What?
I don't.
Am I wrong? What?
Yes.
um
I don't have a father either.
I killed my parents. I mean, let's go.
Pitying glance. Just pitying, well, that explains a lot.
I'm gonna lean down to Uncle Jessam and ask, how much farther is it?
He says, next block along.
Okay.
Quick, before the next patrol makes its way through.
Can I do an insight check on this cat? Because I feel like he's being squirrely.
Sure.
All right, I'm like, you're being a little squirrely, and you like gods, so I don't like that. That's a 17.
He doesn't want to go and queue up. He was always a bit chaotic anyway. I mean, the mess of his office that you found, the state you found it in, it was like that in life. He was never very one for following regulations unless it was sort of to do with work.
All right. Well, I don't like regulations either, so I'm just not going to say anything and just keep following.
So the Jason can lead you, and the book keeps muttering directions to you as well, Mercy. And you wind up outside a shop that it's got a new looking sign on it that says Thandol's Smoked Meats, and there's a spicy smoky smell coming from within. And as you peer in, you can see an elderly man, and it's like a sort of butcher's shop, and there's all sort of salamis and sausages hanging in the window and things.
These aren't books.
Well, this is definitely where my maker used to live. It's been a long time.
Was your maker like a jerky monger? Because this looks like a jerky place.
No, he was a wizard. His name was Heron Lifegiver.
Oh, wow. That sounds haughty. Someone was full of himself. Gil, what do you think of that?
Pentar waves her arms.
Wow. Wow.
Why are you gonna call me out in front of my posse? Like... Gil's not paying attention. Gil's like,
Oh my
he's
God.
actually hardcore thinking about that pamphlet he just picked up. He's like, yes, Yates, whatever, you handle it.
He's like, am I turned on? I don't know.
Yeah, it's like really weird for him. He's kind of like,
Now I'm confused and horny.
Do I find machines attractive?
You notice Levity looking at it every once in a while, just kind of like side-eyed glancing at it, just kind of like whistling.
Miga has her face pressed up against like the meat shop and like right up on that glass and is like, wow, like
Yeah.
licking the glass.
All right, well,
Mercy is
Durgel-
horrified.
yep.
I'll look at the book and be like, what? All right, number one, book. I don't remember your name. What's your name, book?
I'm the book. I don't have a
You
name.
don't have a name. All right. Well, Heron, the life giver. Harold, the life giver. It doesn't look like he lives here, or he or she. I do not know. It looks as if this is a jerky shop.
Well, have you tried asking him?
Hey, who wants to be a hero right now? Anyone? Miga, how about you? Miga, go knock on that door and look
goodness.
sad.
Oh goodness.
Look sad and get yourself
Okay.
some of that jerky.
Okie dokie.
And ask
Um,
for wait.
Okay.
When you go, I'm just gonna like hold your shoulders.
Yes.
When you go up to the door, you need to ask for Heron the life giver. And if he lived here or still lives here, and then you need to give them this, and I'll give her like a copper just to buy some jerky. So you hand them this and you'll get treasure back.
Okay.
And from
I
on
get-
top of Dirge's head, Pentar tosses a little mushroom with her centipede
Stop.
arm.
No.
Eagles.
Don't give her that. Don't give them that.
As soon
Miga
as like,
takes
oh,
her
sorry, as
copper
soon as
in
Gil
like both
heard
of
it,
her
he's like,
hands.
sorry.
Miga takes the copper and with great purpose and responsibility goes up to the door and looks over her shoulder, nods.
Yeah, everyone look inconspicuous. I don't care what that is. I have a centipede on my.
Instead of like knocking on the door, she just like fumbles with both hands to try and open it herself and walks in.
No.
And-
Oh no.
with reckless abandon goes, "Is there a wizard? Can I have a meat?"
The old man sort of peers over the counter and he says, "A wizard?"
Yeah. A wizard named
You hear from
Harriet.
outside. I literally just told you.
Mika looks at the door. Harriet.
Do you mean Heron?
Yes.
Oh no, a couple of months ago he packed up and sold the shop to me. I don't know where he went, but I think he used to hang out at a halfling tavern nearby. It's called the Divine Machine. What meat would you like, young lady?
Mika just like slides the coin with both hands. I would like the meat treasure.
I wouldn't call it a treasure, but very well. And he sort of like cuts a few thin slices from a salami and wraps them in some waxed paper and passes it back to you.
Okay. Mika takes it and holds it in both hands and walks out of the shop. I got the meat treasure.
Oh, what'd you get, Mika? Oh, looks
Meat.
delicious. Yes.
I was listening at the door because I just
Don't
I-
trust her at all.
no, and I just wanted an innocent to go in there so that it didn't look like we were trying to get too much information at once. But I heard the tavern, hopefully, by listening at the door. So
Oh, tavern?
apparently the wizard hung out at a tavern.
Fine place to hang out, really.
Hey, Book, does this tavern ring a bell to you?
Yes, it sounds familiar. It's I'm not sure where it is. I don't get around much, you see. I'm a book.
That's fair. You don't need to explain that to us. You don't have legs.
Jason just sort of like weaves in and out of your legs and he's like, it's just the next block along.
Excellent. Fearless leader, can you follow the cat and take us?
Of course I can. And he like pulls himself out of like the expectant crouch that he was in from where Dirge was like, "Who wants to be a hero?" And he was like, "I'm ready. This is my moment." But then like Miga went in, he was like, "Okay, makes sense. That's fine. Next time. That's cool. But now he's like, "Yes, this is my moment. This moment." And he like forgets where the cat is and he kind of like stumbles around in a circle at first looking for the cat.
There.
Where
It's right there.
where
It's right there on the ground. Cats walk low to the ground as they have small legs.
what? Are you? Ah, yes, this cat. I knew it. I know what cats look like.
Lyra kind of gives him this look like, you've never seen a cat? Real? Okay.
Has a cat really ever seen me? Like as a person?
I just kind of look at Lyra. It's like, I'm pretty sure they have cats in Calimport. I'm pretty sure they have them.
Yeah. So
I'm sure.
like Gil's gonna like wait for the cat to eat. He's gonna like kind of toe the cat's booty with his boot and kind of like go cat, lead us to victory, please. Cat.
So the cat can lead you on to the next block, and there
Yeah.
is a tavern here. Yes, the Divine Machine
He
is
will
here.
follow way too closely.
Yeah, and I'll also look at Levity and be like, I feel like this tavern might be your business, so you're gonna have to take point on this one.
Oh yes, I've never been to an Automat Tavern. Must be fun. I'll make sure to see what else is here.
I don't have any joy and revelry in my life, so please take care of that.
We'll find some for you yet, I'm sure.
Mm,
She smiles and just kind of spins and walks toward.
I'm good.
Yeah. So when they reach the tavern, like, he's definitely going to look expectantly at Levity.
Mm.
Please, Harold, please. Announce me.
She rolls her eyes, turns around, and just continues on toward the tavern.
And now...
She raises her hand and does like a rude gesture.
Like, and now... She was... just every time... He was like, kind of irritatedly, like, kind of like walks after, like, my father will hear of this. But my father.
So you step in. The door is actually quite a low door. It's designed for halflings, so you have to duck a little to get in. And as you get in, all the tables and chairs are like quite small. And so there's like these big half orcs sitting on what look like children's chairs, and sort of there's sort of humans and tieflings, and you actually. Roll perception.
Does Miga have to duck down for the
No,
door?
Miga doesn't. Miga's fine. Everyone else has to duck.
Miga's fantastic.
Although you forget that the Modron's on your head and he falls off.
Oh no, Miga's very upset about this and like immediately like scoops him up and like burp, 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 like through the door.
It kind of snaps him out of his stupor, and he's like, I don't like comics now.
Oh no!
Oh no, we've traumatized.
Oh no! I've hurt my son!
You're not his parents.
Just to get a quick visual,
Oh, no.
Gil is 6'3". How uncomfortable is he?
Very.
Hopefully,
Oh yeah.
Like,
Well, Pintar's a centipede right now, so she's fine.
Yes, awesome. I imagine that he's like knees to his like shoulders, kind of like awkwardly, not all the way, but it's like kind of his head, his hands. Feel like, Yates, did you announce me?
He looks back at the group and just says, "I'll take care of this." And she goes up ahead to the bar, slaps down 15 gold, and says, "Everyone drinks for free. However this much gets."
The halfling behind the bar says, "Oh, welcome. I'm so sorry about the furniture. It's a halfling bar. And you can tell your friend the ceiling's a normal height. He can stand up now."
Oh, just don't tell him. He thinks it's formality.
Oh, okay. Sure, I can get everyone. How can I help you?
She just jumps on the table. It's like, free drinks. Let's get drunk.
There's like a cheer, and you hear a familiar voice going, "Liberty, you like her?"
Who is it? Ooh, who said that?
Chastity.
Oh, hey! Free drinks.
Didn't think I'd catch you here.
Yeah, we're on a job, I guess. Some
Oh,
book
alright.
wants to be returned back home.
Oh, wanna tell me a bit more about that?
We got these little magic headaches, and we went to... Apparently, Dirge's uncle is dead, and it's been turned to a cat, and we have to return a book, and it's here, and there is some sort of wizard. Starts with an H. I didn't really remember.
Oh, right. So you're only around for petitioner now. That's
Yeah.
a turn up.
They're all outside. You want to say hi to them?
Yeah, might as well.
I just come back like a little bit like I've drank like a glass, right? It's like, look who I found. Chastity's
2
here.
seconds, levity.
Oh, it's all you need. Just 2 seconds. You all have free drinks, so if anybody wants a drink, there's free in there.
Lyra will kind of be like, look at Miga, and she'll be like, "Is this kid friendly? This place?" And she'll like
Yes.
still have her like hands over her ears, just a little bit, just being like, "Everything okay in here?" for
We'll
her?"
make sure she's safe. Yeah, we'll make sure she's safe. And she just like,
Turge is like, I didn't know she was a kid the whole time. I thought she was just a tiny troublemaker, but now it makes so much more sense. I thought she was just touched, like maybe, one too many trips around the spire. I don't know.
Lyra
Anyway.
still has her hands over her ears.
Dirge will just. I'm gonna go in and try and do a performance for the halflings and everyone in the bar. I want to make some friends to try
Go
and
for
find
it.
hair on the life giver. So I will do a performance check, and Dirge just like throat sings and hits 2 bones together. So that is. Hold on, where's my? I'll find my performance. Okay. Oh wow.
I kind of imagine.
So that's 20, a dirty 20.
You know, like in Monty Python and the Holy Grail, when the monks do their chanting and then
Yes,
smack
that's
their...
exactly it.
That's Dirge's performance. But like she's like clonk the bones.
Yeah, and she's just hitting bones together. But yeah, it's a dirty 20, so it's pretty entertaining. Even if it's like watching a train crash.
Yeah, Pentar waves her centipede arms along to the beat to help.
Ooh, bonus. Yeah, you could even like hit them together, like.
Yes, like scrape them.
Yeah. This is disgusting. I love it.
Are you asking any questions or just getting them to be friendly to you, or?
I want them to enjoy my performance. Then once I'm done, to try and persuade them, by offering them this music. If they offer me money, I'll say I have no need for material possessions, as I only seek the true death. But I'd like to know where hair on the life giver has gone, because I heard that he frequented this fine establishment.
You notice, like, none of the patrons are they all just sort of like shrug and they're like, don't really know where he is. But you do notice over in the back corner a tiefling just sort of like looking up at you and then looking away. And then she slips out of the door and she just looks over to you as she slips out of the door with a sort of, follow me, I've got info type of look.
All right. If everyone's having fun.
Oh yeah, if you want to hand your pamphlets out, they'll gladly read them.
Oh, of course, yeah. No, after I perform and I don't take their gold, I'm just like, also, if you would like to find the true death, here is a pamphlet on how to find it. Please come to the mortuary in Sigil and find the Dustman faction, blah, blah, blah. You know how it is. If any of my party is anyone, like, making eyes with me?
Yeah. Mercy's probably near you. You're like, yeah, yay, Dustmen.
And then, like, Mercy's probably, like,
also is
really, like... Dirge's pamphlets are all like dog-eared and creased, where they're just shoved in her robes.
Yeah.
As well, so they're probably like, Mercy's probably like, at the pamphlets being all, creased.
Well, if I see this tiefling go out and everyone else is having fun and Mercy's with me, I'll be like, come with me.
Okay. I've got the book ready, and I'm just kind of shifting through the crowd.
All right, so if Mercy comes with me, we'll just step outside and see if that tiefling is still there.
As you step outside, she steps up to you and she just says, "What are you doing with that book, Carl?"
What's it to you, number one?
I'd just like to know what you're doing with it.
I'd like to know why you want to know.
I might have some information if I know what you're going to do with it.
Mercy is looking at Dirge and the tiefling back and forth, and then she's just like, we're looking for hair on the life giver.
God damn it.
These tieflings, like, her face softens and she's like, oh, thank God. And the book goes, they're returning me, miss. They're returning me. They are bringing me back to Heron. She nods and she's like, alright, she leans in conspiratorially. She's like, Heron's in hiding at the moment. What you want to do? Oh, the Council of Anarchy after him. These thugs. You might want to watch yourself carrying that book around. I know if they see it.
Are they the barmy anarchists? Is that who we're talking about?
al-Massari's Council of Anarchy. Do you want to roll to see if you know who they are?
Yeah. Are we talking about the faction or what? Oh, that's good. I got like a 19.
Yeah, no, this is Automata. To stop it from being too lawful and sliding into Mechanis, there is a seedy underside which is literally underneath Automata, and it's ruled over by the Council of Anarchy, which aren't the same as the anarchist faction. But
Got
they
it.
do all the cross trades and all that, and that keeps the town on the enough out of being lawful neutral to stay as a gate town.
Got it. So Dirge will be like, so these are some bad bloods that are after our good friend Heron.
She nods and she says, if you go, there's a closet in the Council of Order building. You go in, knock on the wall 5 times and whistle. Aaron will let you in.
All right, knock 5 times plus whistle. She's like writing it on the back of a pamphlet. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna remember that.
And she says, your best's not going at night. They've got it pretty well guarded. I mean, I know there's clerks there in the day, but just pretend you got your permits. Bob them a bit. Should be alright.
So, wait, we don't have any permits. What are you talking about?
Body needs a permit to do anything around here, don't they?
Can we fake one?
Probably. Council of Anarchy does it all the time.
Great. I know they're the enemy, but could there be a way that we could just pay up some jink to get a fake one so we don't have to wait in line?
She sort of considers it and then she says, meet me back here in an hour. I'll see what I can do.
Alright, well, these bubbers are probably going to be drunk for an hour, so I'll just wait here.
I mean, what do the rest of you do in the tavern for an hour then?
Yeah.
Gil is telling everybody that he is Bone Yates's employer, and that and that to him that's true. Like, he really believes that he is he has employed all of his party. So he's not like lying, but he is any payment bestowed upon my faithful minstrel is rightfully mine. I will ensure that she sees it and spends it with the utmost wisdom.
I'm guessing Levity is just having a good drink and a good time.
She's lost the plot at this point. Now it's just making people have fun and partying, and she's given like Miga a little bit of something light to drink. Nothing. Nothing. You got it. You got it.
You gave booze to a child?
Hey, if they do it now, they won't think it's anything special later on.
This child has gotten porn and booze in the past 2 hours.
So you're all called Sigil Child Protective Services immediately.
Yeah.
Somebody's just standing around in a leather jacket with like a cigarette hanging out.
Yeah.
Hey, kid.
Lyra just sees Miga have a sip of alcohol. She's just like, I am a terrible human being, and she's just having this moment where she's just like, this poor child, and she's just freaking out mentally. She's just sitting there looking at Miga and just being like, I don't know what to do.
Miga is just making an incredible mess. She's attempting to find treasure, but is really just rifling through people's bags, taking some things out and then just putting them on the floor or the table next to them. Nobody seems to really care or see this. She's not taking anything. She's just dumping stuff out.
I'm gonna roll a couple of things. You do find a couple of shriveled up dead bugs.
Okay, I keep those.
And also, Miga's gonna find a seashell.
Ooh.
What kind of seashell? Just any kind?
Just a small conch.
Okay. Miga finds a seashell in somebody's bag just holds it up, finds it's probably this big, holds it up and just goes and tries to put the tiny thing on her her ear and is like, oh, I can hear my house from here, and then immediately pockets it to put it in a safe place.
Aw, sweet.
Does Lyra see her pick up the bugs and find the shell and stuff? Does she see that?
I don't think Miga tries to be too stealthy, does she?
No,
No.
absolutely not.
Okay, then I imagine Lyra, she'll see her find the dead bugs and see her reaching into this pocket before she finds the shell, and she's just about to be like, no, don't do that. but then she sees how happy the shell makes Miga, and she just is like, "Oh, okay, we'll let her keep that one."
Yeah.
It's
Levity
she
just appears next to Lyra and just like, you look stressed. She's fine. Let's find you something to drink. And just breaks you to the thing.
Oh,
No, it's fine.
Oh, are you sure? I mean, I don't really drink, but
the Loon won't mind.
Oh, okay. And she'll kind of like go along, and she'll kind of just go and kind of look back and like look at Miga and make sure everything's okay. But then she'll sit.
Oh,
At
no.
some point during this hour, Pentar's pentapede wears off.
Okay, well,
yeah.
she's...
And Pentar's just a person clinging.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm just like small, so I get crushed.
She hops down and starts scrambling around and like sniffing people's drinks and stuff and trying to get people to eat mushrooms, the standard fare.
Drop a mushroom in someone's...
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, no.
Yeah, in fact, Dirge is gonna be like, Pentar, I really feel like that Lyra needs something to calm down.
Oh, no.
I just rolled that, 19. One of the patrons downs their drink and then falls unconscious.
I mean,
Mercy hurriedly draws a ritual circle around them.
Oh no! Oh.
I should add that, like, Gil is doing his typical, while he's schmoozing people, also drinking whatever drinks are left on tables.
Oh my gosh. Pentar scrambles over per Dirge's advice and is like, Lyra, you should taste decay. You'll feel much better.
No,
And
that's
she,
not how you sell things to people.
One of
They can't play an instrument. It's like, she hands it to Lyra.
the big...
She holds out a mushroom.
This big half-orc on this tiny chair has been studiously reading your pamphlet, Dirge. And he sort of, like, unfolds himself from the chair and stands up and towers over all the furniture. And he comes to you and he leans over and he goes, how do I get to the mortuary?
Oh, excellent. So, there's a portal out of here that we came through. You need a piece of paper cut in half with 2 E's printed on it. It might work on the other way. I don't know. You might need to ask around. Ask one of the people that works here, the Modrons. But you need to go to Sigil, which is the top of the spire in Outland, and then you need to go to the mortuary in Sigil, which is where you'll find the Dustman, and then we can help you find the true death. And you can truly find peace. And she, like, pats him on the shoulder, gives him a little hair ruffle.
He sort of nods and then he sort of, like, goes to the door, gets down on his, like, hands and knees and crawls out of the door and then heads off.
I'm really, like, Dirge is so pleased. She's just beaming. She's just got her little, like, claws, and she's like, eh.
Something's wrong with Dirge.
If Gil sees her smiling, he'll just, like, do that, like, that Miyazaki shiver, just like...
That's an appropriate reaction. That's an appropriate reaction.
He just goes back to, like, accepting money on her behalf.
Yeah, and then as soon as the happiness wears off, which is probably about like 45 seconds, Dirge goes back to looking at Pentar to make sure that Pentar is like drugging the party.
Yeah, she's handed Lyra the mushroom, and now she's back at the guy that passed out, and she's like got a little like ritual dagger out, and she's starting to carve into the guy's flesh. Like,
oh no!
Mercy is so proud.
Miga's just like probably a little tipsy and is like, cut him up. And she's like throwing her bugs everywhere that she's found.
She's like carving a circle with the triangle and then the line.
Oh, this is a beautiful mess.
Dude,
Dirge is
she
really
likes
happy about all of this.
Oh,
Beautiful mess
Oh
is just
my God.
unfolding.
She sprinkles some spores into it, and she just like.
God.
Well, he wasn't actually dead, but he is now.
The gang does a murder.
Oh no!
Pentar, why?
I'm gonna say that Gil's
Excellent.
like passive perception definitely doesn't notice this, or he's like not letting himself notice this.
Oh my god!
I like that both Mercy and Dirge can bond over how proud they are of Pentar right now, but for different reasons.
Oh my god.
This is terrible.
Pentar's happy.
We've broken Maz. We've already done our job.
I break so easily.
Oh my
A sacrifice a day keeps the apocalypse at bay. So
Yes.
We needed
sacrifice
one.
to decay.
So
I
if we
agree.
stop making sacrifices, then the apocalypse will come?
Yes, the dead will rise and take
Oh,
over
I don't
the
want
living.
that. I don't want that. Never
No,
mind.
they need
Well,
to
I
just-
guess
We
we'll-
have a lot. We have a lot in common, actually.
That's true. If you don't want the dead, I'm just like think like mental note. Talk to you about the dead later.
So it's a little more than an hour, but you kind of eventually, Dirge, you notice that tiefling just sort of like peering in the door every so often, and then
All right,
But
I'll
she's
sidle
listening.
over without Mercy this time because she was just blabbing things. So I'll make sure they're all poisoning each other or whatever. Sidle back over to that tiefling and be like, "You got us some forged documents there, Cutter?"
she goes, "You got some jink?"
I got Jink, yeah, and I'll just run back in and just like look at Gil and be like, "Can I have some money?"
Miga hears the word money and like scoops up some of the bugs that she was throwing before and was like, "This is money."
And as I don't care about material possessions, Gil, but I promise you this will get us more money at a later time. You can keep a tab on me.
Gil is actually like a little proud, even though he hates the idea that he has to pay his employees. My dear Bone Yates, are you asking for an advance?
I am asking for an advance, and she's like crossing her fingers behind her back, like, uh-huh.
And he'll just like, well, I suppose that you have earned it. You've just been, you're so helpful, and you are always my favorite. And he like he picks out those grubby silver coins, and he like meticulously counts one by one into her hands. How many were there? 13?
Oh yeah, the grubby ones.
He will
I
give
think-
her 6.
All right, we'll see how far this gets us. So I'll scuttle back to the tiefling and be like, "All right, here you go,
Please
Cutter."
don't bend
Thanks.
it all in one place. I know how you tieflings are.
What?
You're also a
They're just like, "I'll cover that later." There's clearly an issue here.
the most hotepy shit I've ever heard.
What are you talking about? He's great.
Okay, so yeah, she hands you this bundle of papers for the money.
All right, excellent. All right, so we've got our documentation, and we should be able to get underground. I believe is our next step.
She said it's the Council of Order building that you need to go to.
That's right, Council of Order. Okay, that's right, and knock 5 times and whistle.
Mhm.
Got it. Council of Order. We don't want to go at night. Is it nighttime right now?
It's-
Dirge is not familiar with nighttime because of peak and anti-peak, so she's just gonna like, I don't know.
The sky is darkening like it's getting towards anti-peak.
All right, okay. So Dirge will go to the party and say, we need to stay at this inn for the evening because we cannot go to the Council of Order until it is daytime, as told by this total stranger. I don't know why I trust them. I don't really care. Cat told me, doesn't matter. Book told me, it's talking book. So I'm just going to play some music and we can all just sleep here. One of us has enough money to do that. I don't know. I just stand in a corner at night.
The halfling barkeep just sort of like scratches his head a bit, and then you hear him say, "You know, it's only evening. Oh, Sigil, yes. It's not anti-peak, yes, yet, Cutter."
Dirge is like, oh, all right. Well, then let's hustle. Let's beat cheeks out of here.
He says, "It gets a lot darker around here at anti-peak."
Thanks. Thank you. Sorry. The Sigil, I can't tell when there's a sky and a big glowing thing. It doesn't matter. So Dirge will say, all right, let's hustle over the Council of Order then, and we'll see if we can find him. Is everyone fine with that? Who's drunk? Who has porn? I can't babysit this problem. I can't. Who's dead? I just look over and Pentar's killed someone. I'm like it's
poking
time to
garlic,
go.
garlic
It's
into the
time
dead
to
guy's
go.
mouth.
As
Lyra's
much as
just,
I am
like,
proud of Pentar, and it's like I was so proud of you, Pentar. Like there's tears welling. I'm just so proud of you. But we need to go. Can you hide that body in your person?
I can take it out back and cover it in mushrooms.
Perfect. Do that, and then it's time to go.
She does that. She drags it out and then starts like covering it out into the alley.
It still sticks out because the alleys here are very neat and clean as well.
Well,
Oh, no.
we'll hurry.
So there's just like this clean alleyway with just this body in the middle with mushrooms growing out of it.
Oh my
Sometimes
god.
you have to solve a problem in the best way that you have
Yes.
ability.
Let's go.
Oh god. I just imagine like all of this happening and Lyra's just like standing there like with a face like with this mushroom and she's just like watching like what did I just witness? What did I just do? like in her head she's like freaking out.
Church just like takes a shot from the barn. She's like, all right, let's go.
She'll
Was
just
Gil able to finagle any money, like on Dirge's behalf?
Oh, right, yeah, sure, let me...
Oh, as your employer.
Yeah, as Dirge's
provided
employer.
music.
Yeah.
The
Any honor that his employees do is honor done unto him, really.
halfling's going to give you 7 silver pieces. And he's like, Dustman Bard, bit unusual. But the customers seem to enjoy it. Here you go.
Yeah, he counts it. He's like, oh, she paid for herself, really. He just like pockets it. Man,
Okay, Jason can lead you to the Council of Order building. And you can bluff your way through with these papers and get to the closet that you need to get to. No problem.
Excellent. I will say again, who wants to be a hero?
You've got it down now. You know what to do.
Gil is
Does anyone
tipsy. He's gonna say, me, I would love to be a hero.
All right.
Me, pick me. Oh, yeah, me.
So Gil, walk up to that door. Walk
Okay.
up to that door, and you need to
Yes.
knock 5 times and then
5.
whistle.
Yes, whistle,
hmm
whistle. And
The
like,
reason
as
Dirge
he's-
is doing this is because she just wants to see him die.
yeah, as,
By
like,
the way.
as he's like kind of like, he's not stumbling towards the door, but he's feeling a little like, okay.
Feeling fresh.
Yeah, and he'll get to the door and he will like count out loud 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Alright,
And
stop.
he will like purse his lips because like the entire time he was walking to the door he was like practicing whistling. And he'll just like
Mercy's just
Yates!
gonna prestidigitate a little whistle sound.
Okay.
Mega's
feel too
also attempting to
uncomfortable watching
whistle,
this.
and she's just like blowing raspberries. She's like,
So this is on a wall inside the closet, and then suddenly, as you knock and whistle, a wooden door appears on the wall, and it creaks open just a tiny bit, and this face peers out through the crack. And it says, "Yes, who? By the spire, who are you?"
Dirge will like just peek up behind Gil and just be like, it doesn't even matter if they see her or not. They can think it's Gil talking. She doesn't care. We're looking for Haram the Lifebringer. We have
"Hello,
this
my good
book.
sir. I have a book that's in need of returning, and I would simply love to give it to its proper owner. Is there anything that you can do to help us? Help me, help you, get us out of the street. Is there any way?"
The sort of door closes a little bit, and then there's a little rattle as he takes his security chain off, and then the door opens again. And there's this wizard standing in front of you. He's a half-elf, and he says, "I'm Heron Life Giver.
Yes,
You
as
have
I
my
said.
book."
Could you describe this book for me?
Oh yeah,
I
ask him
just
like
want
it's
to
his car
make sure
keys.
that I want to be sure that it gets to its proper owner. You understand all of these ruffians going about taking gold and putting bodies in the alleys when they don't belong. I certainly wouldn't want anything strange to happen to it. Please.
From Mercy's bag, you hear, "Heron? Heron, is that you?" He goes, "My book."
And please correct me if I'm wrong, or pay me if I'm wrong. There was a matter of a reward for its return.
As you say this, what's your who's where exactly? So Gil's at the door.
Yeah,
Mercy-
Mercy is over one shoulder holding the book up.
Okay.
Okay, so.
Is Dirge over the other shoulder?
Yeah.
Who's sort of like at the
claws,
back of the group? Is like just Miga sitting at the back or something?
Yeah, Miga's like just rolling around back there. Good enough.
I think Levity needs to be kind of like held up maybe by Lyra maybe. she got a little wild.
Lyra's still
Pentar's
holding
just
the
back
mushroom.
there. Yeah. Pentar's like staring, like waiting for Lyra to eat it. Just
She'll look at Pentar and be like, I'll have this later, and she'll put it in her satchel with the I promise I'll have it later. I promise. A pinky promise, and she'll go and extend a pinky.
Pentar extends this like nasty long nailed pinky at her.
Can I
Grimace?
then get Lyra and Miga to roll perception for me?
God damn it.
It's like Pedar just has like one like long nail. Just nasty.
Oh.
Okay, so I rolled a 9. Not
Okay.
great.
Okay.
Not great.
And for me, it was 12.
12. Okay. Lyra, you hear some footsteps. Actually, both of you hear footsteps behind you. And as you look around, you see where's that piece of paper gone? A high elf woman and 8 thugs. And the woman mutters something, and the door the wizard is behind vanishes, and the wizard tumbles onto the floor.
Oh no.
And she
Oh, no.
says, "Alright, capture the old man, but kill the rest of these sods. I want them all in the dead book. And let's roll some initiative."
Ah!
Oh no.
Should
not
have-
the dead book.
Alright.
They're just like, I'm so ready.
I rolled a 1.
I rolled a 2.
All right,
I crit failed. Our first crit fail of the.
10.
Right, so
I mean, better
Dirge, what's your initiative roll?
That would be a 19 for me.
Gil?
That would be an 8. A very handsome, brave 8.
Levity?
10.
Lyra?
I rolled a 2.
And that's with your mod?
Oh, with 3 then total.
Oh no.
Okay.
Well, if it's with the mod, then it'll be 6. But I did roll a 1.
No, I don't do crit fail on anything apart from attacks.
Okay, thank God.
And Mercy got a 5.
And Pentar?
14.
It's because we've all been drinking. Thanks for nothing.
Yeah.
Levity.
Probably should have given you a disadvantage on that for being drunk.
We've already rolled. We can't. Really...
Yeah, I know.
Come on, Maz. Like, let us screw ourselves. You
Yeah, I
I'm
mean,
gonna be
you don't have to
rolling.
screw it for
I'm
us.
gonna have to be
You've
rolling
all-
disadvantage a lot.
you've already, killed someone, so,
Really, like, Levity's a drunken master, so that's almost like.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Super effective.
I mean,
indeed.
We ritually killed one person to save so many.
We got that much for Heron. Mercy, what's your dex mod?
It is +2.
Okay, you can go before Heron. He's just been dumped out of his mansion. Jezreen. Who's gonna have that much? I'm using my new tracker, it's really exciting. I've got pieces of paper everywhere. So first to do anything is Dirge. So there's-
Excellent.
Do you want me to describe the scene?
Please.
You,
do.
Gil, and Mercy are in this closet with a wizard who's just tumbled out onto the floor and appears a bit stunned. And let's see how long he'll be stunned for, actually. Okay. Behind you, Miga is rolling around the floor, no doubt. And this high elf woman has just walked into the corridor, and she's got 8 figures behind her.
8?
8.
Cool.
All right. Well, I can barely understand counting that high, so I'm going to look at this high elf woman and suppose that she is the biggest threat. And I'm going to cast Crown of Madness on her.
Ooh.
So, and that is a Wisdom 14 saving throw.
Do you want to read out Crown of Madness while I am rolling, so people know what it does?
Yeah, so Crown of Madness. One humanoid of your choice that you can see within range must succeed on a Wisdom saving throw or become charmed by you for the duration. While the target is charmed in this way, a twisted crown of jagged iron appears on its head and a madness glows in its eyes. The charmed target must use its action before moving on each of its turns to make a melee attack against a creature other than itself that you mentally choose. The target can normally on its turn, or can act normally on its turn if you choose no creature or if none are within its reach. On your subsequent turns, you must use your action to maintain control over the target or the spell ends. Also, the target can make a Wisdom saving throw at the end of each of its turn. On a success, the spell ends. So this is a concentration spell, which means that each turn I will have to choose a target for it. So I'm pretty much playing as it if it succeeds on the Wisdom 14 saving throw.
Okay, even though she's an elf and has advantage, she still fails.
Ooh,
Yes.
burn!
Oh.
Who would you like her to be attacking?
I will choose one of her minions behind her and have her attack that.
Okay, I'll just randomly pick one.
Yeah, just whoever's closest.
Okay, anything else for that turn?
No, that's it. And then I'll have to maintain concentration on it for my next turn, so I'll continue choosing unless she breaks out of the DC 14. So.
Okay. No problemo. 4 of these...
And then Dirge also gives them all the finger.
4 of these thugs sort of move up. One attacks Miga, and that's a hit.
No.
I've lost my D6. Where's it gone? It's in my
I'm
bag.
small. I'm small.
And does 7 damage to you, Miga.
Oh.
No.
Okay, child.
1
She's a
attacks
child!
Levity, but you sway out of the way as the sword swings towards you. 1 nat 20's on Lyra,
Ah!
and does 9 damage.
Okay.
And then 1 goes for Levity again. Plus 4, 16. Just hit you for 6 damage.
Alright.
And it is Pentar's turn next.
Okay.
Sorry, I forgot to... Is that reversed? That's reversed, isn't it? I forgot to tell you the order. Dirge, some of the enemies, Pentar, the elf woman, Levity, Gil, Miga, more of the enemies, Mercy, the wizard, Lyra.
Alright, well, Pentar wants to, she like points a finger and tries to cast Ray of Sickness on one of the minions. Closest one.
Mhm.
And a nat 20
Nice.
to hit. So,
Hey.
is that just, do you want to do double damage for the nat 20?
I didn't
Or-
do it on my dice, but what I do in
Okay.
my home games, if you want to do it for your hits, is
Yeah.
I automatically max out one of the dice. So a crit is always more.
Okay, so just one of the 2d8s is automatically 8 and all
Yes.
of the other one? Okay, okay, so 8, 9. 9 damage.
Well done.
Yeah.
Is that on any particular one of the figures?
Just the closest one. And he also needs to make a Constitution saving throw because it's poison damage to see if he's poisoned.
What's the DC on that?
12.
Oh, he gonna fail that.
He failed that?
Mhm.
So he is poisoned until the end of my next.
So he has that much HP and is poisoned. Gotcha. And poisoned means that he has disadvantage, I believe, on attacks now. If I can find it on my DM screen, just to remind us all. Disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks. The elf woman is crowned, and so turns around to the guy that Pentar's just made vomit everywhere, and nat 1's on him.
Oof.
Wow. And then now she can roll a... Oh, actually, she's got a multi-attack, I believe. Have a look. Sneak attack. Spell, 2 melee attacks. Let's try again. Oh, she swings again and hits him. And she is going to do 4 damage to her own guy. And he just throws up a bit more. He looks pretty green and sad about it all. And then she is going to try and save against this. What was the DC for crown again? 14. Harley.
Yeah, I think it was 14.
Yeah, sorry, it was 14.
Yeah,
Yes.
she fails again.
Aha, suck it.
I'm rolling so badly for her. Really badly. That's like
you
with
need the
advantage.
opposite. You need the opposite of dice camera action, where everyone beats us, so it's fine.
So it's Levity's turn.
All right,
And I'm
so
still gonna have her attack the same person. So
Okay.
whoever she decides to attack, just the same person.
So Levity just looks at the assailant that attacked her and just says, "Mistress of Revels, forgive me." She whips off her cloak, showing that she has her red dancer's uniform on, and then just strikes him with that unarmed strike.
Yep.
She rolled a 7, so she missed, but she's going to use her flurry of blows, which I spend a key point to attack twice.
Okay.
All right, so the lowest was a 18, so they both 18.
Yep, 18 will hit.
So they both hit.
Is that on any particular...
Just
Enemy?
the one in front of me, the one that tried to
Okay.
attack me. So it's 6, 9. So that's 11 points of damage. So as I
Ooh.
kind of like just do some blows and kind of like trip him and like do some kicks and smack him in the face a few times.
Okay. Yeah, he's like... Oof, oof, as you're like, you rain your blows down on him.
Mhm.
Anything else?
Yep, that'll be it.
Gil, it's your turn.
Yeah, Gil's gonna go ahead and move as close to the assailants as possible while brandishing his big shiny shield that's pretty much never been used. And he's going to draw his shiny, super fancy scimitar. But on his way over to them, he's going to look at 3 of his companions, specifically Mercy, Dirge, and Miga. And he'll say, "Come, Yates, assist me for glory!" and cast Bless on them.
Okay.
They're just like, why am I itchy? I hate this.
Do you want to
Yeah.
tell everyone what Bless does?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Blessing 3 creatures of choice within range. Whenever a target makes an attack roll or a saving throw before the spell ends, the target can roll a d4 and add the number rolled to the attack roll or saving throw. So that's Mercy, Dirge, and Miga can all add a d4 to like attack rolls or saving throws. And it lasts for 1 minute, so 6 rounds. It does require concentration, though.
Concentration noted.
I'm not gonna lie.
Miga, you're up.
Okay. Okay, so FYI, playing a rogue is new to me. I would like to try doing a sneak attack.
If you attack anyone that, like... Oh wait, did you... Was Bless a bonus action? For Gil?
No, Bless is 1 action.
Right, okay, sorry. I didn't want to think...
Unless you wanted to be.
No, I don't.
Gil feels he deserves a second action, just so you know.
Gil feels like he's deserved a lot of things, but realistically, like...
None of them. He gets nothing.
So if one of your allies is standing next to an enemy, you can sneak attack. And
Is there...
I would say there is because Levity just flurried of blows somebody.
Yeah,
Okay,
and Gil
so-
moved really close to everybody, so...
Alright, so first sneak attack, it says 2d6.
So you roll a regular attack and see if that hits
Okay.
first.
Alright. Alright, so 19, that's not
Yeah.
bad.
Okay, and is that on just, say, the one that Levity attacked?
Yes, and do I have to pick a weapon?
Yes.
Okay, the stick I ate the cranium rat off of.
Oh.
Okay, use that as
Yeah.
a dagger. 1d4.
Yes.
Oh.
1d4, okay. Okay, so 3.
Plus, what's your dexterity modifier?
Dexterity modifier is plus 2.
Okay, and
So
then you
5.
can add your sneak attack dice as well.
My sneak attack, and that's 2d6. So that's 5 and 6.
So altogether, what's that? 3, 2, 5, and 6.
Yes.
16.
Damn.
Nice.
You jab your stick into his eye socket.
Oh.
Yes. I'm screaming while I do it.
Do you
Screaming.
try and remove the stick?
Yes.
Oh.
Can you do me a strength check?
Yes. Okay.
Pull the eye.
Strength
Pull the
check.
eye.
Ooh, okay. My strength isn't great. I'm a weak bab. 18. But my 18.
You jerk back this stick, and his eye does come with it, and he just screams, and he's holding his hand up to his socket, and there's just blood gushing between his fingers.
Migo waves the eyeball in the air and is like, "My treasure!"
I'm just like, oh.
Gil throws
Lyra's
up in his
just
mouth
like,
a little. He's just like,
And this guy is really swaying heavily. Is there anything else? Like, did you want to use your cunning action at all?
Can you explain what a cunning action is?
Do you, you're level 3, so you've got it, haven't you? Yes. So,
Okay.
cunning action lets you, on a bonus action, do things like dash, disengage, or hide. So if you want to maybe move yourself away from these guys without provoking an opportunity attack, you can use your cunning action to disengage from them, instead of using it as a full action.
Alright, I'll use that to disengage. Do I need to roll for that?
No, you can just move away from them.
Alright,
You have your
I move
treasure.
away with my treasure! I need to go show others my treasure.
That's understood. So,
Ah.
Show
it's
Gil. Show Gil.
it's the
Yes, I show Gil.
some more of the enemies' turns. 4 more of the. These are like heavy. They're sort of more lithe-looking guys that have already attacked in like leather armor. And these are more heavier-looking bruisers. And the one with the eyeball, I just rolled him at disadvantage and still rolled an 18. So he's gonna swing at Levity. And where is that piece of paper?
Shoot, where's my
6 damage on Levity.
Oh, okay. Yep.
And then the other 3 are going to push their way towards the closet. Actually, no, Gil, you moved up to them, didn't you?
yeah, Gil's like got that shield brandished and he's ready.
So they're all going to try and rain down on your shield. And you sort of like move it and move it. Wow. So that's a 3, a nat 1. But also, as you're moving it, a nat 20 sneaks in and hits you.
Oh Lord, yeah, it definitely rings his bell.
Yeah, and I'm not going to max one of my dice against you. But he does 10 damage to you.
Yeah, as Gil's like moving the shield around, like one like smacks upside the side of his pretty face, and he's just like,
Oh no.
I say, Yates, did you see that?
Miga, who still is not entirely sure if she's not Yates, is like holding her eyeball and is like, "I'm the Yates."
And it's Mercy's turn.
Alright, so Miga had moved away to show people the eyeballs. So
Yeah.
I'm just gonna pat Miga on the head and be like, good job, Miga. keep doing that. And then I'm gonna rush towards Heron and like run around him. Because at the same time as I'm circling him, I cast Disguise Self. So I look like a second him.
Okay.
Since I'd heard they were interested in capturing him. And then I will use 2 of my sorcery points to quicken a firebolt and launch it at the gentleman missing an eye.
Okay. Actually, I need Gil to roll the con save for the bless as well.
Oh.
Because it's a concentration spell.
Cool.
What did you get? 5.
So I'll just roll this normal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're no longer blessed.
That's good. 19 plus 5, 24.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and then that is D10. Don't know where a normal one is.
Who's this against?
I do
again,
8
sorry?
fire damage at eyeball guy.
Oh, you kill him.
Yeah.
How does
Yes,
your
good
fireball
die.
destroy him?
I want it to go into his eyeball socket and explode. out his
Nice.
head.
Oh no.
Ooh.
But meanwhile, I'm standing there and I look like Huron standing next to him.
Yeah, so the
And that's my
guy,
turn.
he just sort of like, there's just like this sort of smoke comes out of his ears and the little flame licks out of the eyeball socket. And then he just sort of like sways a little and then collapses to the floor as his brain melts. And he is dead. Heron is currently unconscious and it's Lyra's turn. Lyra, sorry.
No, that's okay. So I'm going to take my glaive and I'm gonna kind of like, I'm gonna ready it, basically seeing what's all happening, and I'm gonna take it and whatever enemy is closest to me. I guess one of the henchmen is closest to me. Yep.
Yeah, sure.
So I'm gonna take my glaive and I'm gonna try to like basically uppercut this like the henchman with my glaive from like his stomach up to his head.
Ooh, yeah, okay.
Yeah. All right. So. Oh, great. What is that? 7. That's not gonna do it.
No.
So yeah, I just imagine like Lyra, like she's just like, not now, oh god, and she's just like so confused by whatever's going on that she just like, yeah, completely misses that.
What level do you get multi-attack? It's not yet, is it?
5
5.
usually.
5, yeah, it's not yet.
I need to check.
So,
Okay, so anything else for her turn?
I feel like I'm going to run in the like, I don't know, if I run, will that give them an opportunity of attack?
If you run past them, yes.
Yeah, if I kind of, okay, I think I'm just gonna like, be like, and like kind of back up a little bit and just ready myself again with the glaive.
Okay. Dirge, you're about to start doing whatever it is you do, and then suddenly there's a lot of noise from outside. There's a lot of screaming, a lot of panic, and it even gives these thugs pause, and they're like, sort of all look around slightly. And then someone bursts into this office, and they scream, "The gate's opened! The Modrons are marching! They're not due!" And there is just panic. Absolute panic.
I'll just look at them and be like, is that bad?
Do you want to roll history?
Oh, sure, yeah. Well, let's see. Do I have my proficient history? 14.
So it's not something you believed would happen in your lifetime. It's nearly every 300 years. The Modrons, every single Modron that's in Mechanis, exits Mechanis and marches around the Great Wheel. And they go in every single plane, they go gate town to gate town, and it's like a huge thing, and it takes a long, long time. But you know that the last march was sort of, you know, it's not within living memory, but you know the next one's not due to be in living memory either, unless you're an elf.
Right.
So, and just everyone is panicking. There's people screaming and running around in the streets.
Are we talking, like, how bad would I think this is? Are we talking, like, showing up and mazing everyone kind of bad? Are we...
Yeah.
Oh. All right.
You know that
Well-
Modrons are just, they only do things when they're ordered to. They're very, all like, regulation and law and
All right.
this
So
is
I look-
bad.
I look at Mercy and I say, "The apocalypse is coming."
Oh no, we didn't kill enough.
Pentar's down on the ground, like carving into this dead body that had his like head melted. While this is all happening.
Good, Pentar, good.
I'll definitely like look at the thugs who are here and just say, just look at them and try and intimidate them and just say, "Run while you still can, or you'll be in the dead book before the rest of us." So I'm gonna try and intimidate them.
The guards aren't listening to you, and she is, they are all really distracted.
Okay, cool. Well, someone's like, "Hey, well, not our problem anymore. Wizard, Heron, take your book, please."
He is still unconscious.
Just drop the book on him. Like,
Does
"Here you
anyone have cure wounds?
go." Oh, I have a mushroom we can feed him. It might
Oh, don't do that. No.
do something good.
Mika,
do that.
your little Modron friend just looks really nervous, and he says, "Why? What is happening, Mika 2?
Miga isn't quite sure what's happening. She's still on that rush of ripping out somebody's eyeball with a snack skewer. And she just like looks around at the chaos and is like, a bad thing is happening. A bad thing is happening.
And he sort of walks up to the doorway and looks out and he says, "They look like me, but many, and he gets stuck in this loop of saying many."
Oh no, turn him around.
Yeah, Miga goes and like takes him and like full bodily like scoots him in the other direction.
And he says, "Why are my sames walking?"
We don't know. Maybe we can ask the wizard. Does anyone heal the wizard, please?
He starts
I'm leaning
to,
down and just shaking him.
He's groaning and he's like,
All right. If he's like waking up, I'll just like slap him. I'll say, Heron, here's your book, but also the Modron March might have started, and I feel like it's maybe a little bit early. Did you know about this?
He's just like, am I still out? Because it's not due for nearly 200 years.
No, unfortunately, you're awake, and that's what's happening.
This is terrible. Why would they be doing that? This is the book, and he points, and the thugs have grabbed the book and are running off.
Oh, balls!
What? How? Oh.
Pentapede, get him!
I choose you,
Throw
Pentapede.
Pentar at them.
But Pentar quickly turns into her centipede form and tries to like scramble after them.
Can Mika also like start running with her eye?
Just like,
Waving it.
Yeah.
They sort of like dart out and do perception.
Perception?
I don't know why I think I'm guessing the centipede's faster than us. I
He's
don't
got a
know.
lot of legs.
How fast does a centipede move?
That's a good question.
My perception is 3, so that's not good.
My perception is 16.
Okay.
I'm trying to see if there's like a speed for a giant centipede because I didn't write that up. 30 feet, so that's pretty normal.
Yeah. So wait, so we noticed them running away?
But as they get out onto the street, there's just like lots of chaos, and they get swallowed up by all these grey-robed people, just panicking, and no one's in an orderly line anymore. And as you look towards this big gate in the middle of the town, there are just hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of Modrons walking out of the gate, all marching regularly, and they just keep coming and coming and coming and just marching off into the Outlands.
What?
Our book.
Was I able to see anything with my 16 perception? Like, was I able to see where they went? Was I able to follow them, or are they just gone?
Not those ones. They managed to melt away into the chaos.
Damn it.
I crawl back, sad, like hanging my centipede head.
No, Pentapede, you failed.
Damn.
Jason sort of like peers out from under a desk and he's like, "Yeah, I guess you tried, and I can. Hiram knows I don't have the book anymore, so I guess I'll keep my end of the bargain, and I'll stay here for a little to try and sort things out. So I won't be needing my place in Sigil anymore. Dirge, you're the only relative I know of. You may as well take it over. Underneath the bed there is a loose floorboard. Go prise it up and you'll find some coin under there."
Oh boy. It's a secret hideaway. I don't care about the coin. Who wants that? But I want the secret hideaway because it's fun.
Gil is just like,
Hideaway.
Yeah, Gil has no idea about the money. He's busy in the corner, like Captain hammering it up. He's like, "My face, Yates, my face. Did you see? Did you see?" And he's like got Levity, like he's pulled Levity by the arm into the corner. "Did you see? How does my jawline look?"
Levity got kind of beat
Don't
up, and it
scare
just
me.
like throws up at his feet. Just
and Gil will like see this and like notice for the first time that like Levity is beat up, and he'll say, "Oh, yay! Did you do this for me? You're so faithful." And he'll pull out his sacred Yukawa and like grab her arm and start like cutting into her hand, like, "Let's let the bad blood out."
Whoa!
whoa,
Bad blood out.
whoa.
Don't struggle. Let the light in. Doesn't that feel better? And he'll cast Cure Wounds as he's doing that.
Miga hears the word blood and like comes over and like is like waving the eyeball.
Oh
Yeah.
god.
And I'm hoping the action that takes place is like nobody's getting bled like we're in the
Yeah, it is. It's like bloodletting. Like he's just like bloodletting it out, and he's like, let the bad blood. Yes. Oh, yeah. I know. Just and like the whole time, like as he's smelling blood, he's kind of let the bad blood out. Like you'll feel so much better. You'll feel so much.
Dirge is like, these clueless don't even have normal medicine. What is happening?
And with my and Levity will get 12 back.
Cool. She's fine because the poison has just been exhumed.
Yeah, and I expect that she'll probably have to tell him to stop. At some point.
Yeah. I imagine he'd probably let go after she starts like throwing up a little bit.
Yeah.
Ugh.
And he'll just like.
Ugh.
Is there anything anyone else wants to do to just wrap up the end of this?
Would anybody like to heal Miga?
Oh no!
So did the thugs run away?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, they got
Okay.
Pentagon.
And they have the book.
Yeah.
I would like to tell Jism, are you sure you don't want to come back to this? I mean, we could use a kitty cat.
He says, I'll help discharge my duties here with
But we want
Clara.
a kitty cat.
And then I need to go back to the Beastlands because
Miga does not want a kitty cat.
You know, if I die outside of the plane, that I will not be able to be resurrected again.
You will be facing the true death. So come be my kitty cat.
He sort of like backs away slightly and his tail starts wagging violently.
Oh no! Dirge just like takes her claws and she's just like, the offer's there!
He's
You know where we'll live.
Oh, mull it over.
Good.
I don't understand why the apocalypse is here. We killed one person a day, just like Mom and Dad taught me. And whether she's a centipede or not, I'll usher Pentar over to the dead body, and like a mother teaching her daughter how to write, I'll put your buggy legs around the ritual dagger, and we'll just together carve ritual symbols.
I use my like disgusting centipede like into her mouth and like take the dagger and carve it.
This is a mess.
Mika's like, cut it off, like waving the eyeball, and like the blood and like viscera like splashing all over the place.
And Gil's like trying to swallow his like, and he'll pat like Miga on the back and be like, "You did so good," and we'll like lay on hands as he's like trying not to puke. He'll lay on hands for about 10.
Everybody but Lyra is such a mess.
Again, like, I just imagine like Lyra just like going up to Mika and being like, I'm gonna take this, and she'll grab the little eyeball on the stick, and she'll just kind of like take it, and she's like, I'm gonna put this in my bag for safekeeping, okay? And she'll take out a napkin and put the eyeball in and be like, okay, and we're just gonna put that away for later, and then she'll toss it.
Oh, she's like a grandma at a buffet, like trying.
yeah. It's like she'll just kind of take it and then just toss it behind her into like the crowd somewhere, and she'll be like, I'm just gonna put it in my bag. It'll be okay.
Okay. Mia's like, you can hold this.
Okay.
It's my battle treasure.
Oh my god.
And she'll just be like, it's my battle treasure too, because you gave it to me and I'll keep it safe. She'll just like, yeah.
No.
Yeah.
You taught her so many bad things.
That's what happens when you give alcohol to children.
So give alcohol to children, kids.
Porn booze. This is a terrible place.
Porn, booze, murder, like.
What do you expect?
Crazy. Crazy.
It's like that was it 90s or 80s movie? It was like 2 men and a baby.
2 men and a baby?
Like five tieflings and a baby.
Yeah. 3 men and a baby.
Or
a little lady was the
six tieflings and a baby.
Oh my god.
God.
Yeah.
So the Modrons just keep marching out of this portal for hours and hours, and it takes almost a whole day for them to come out and start their march across the plains. And there are thousands of them. And we're going to find out where they go first of all next week.
Oh.
So, thanks everyone for playing!
Hey.
That was amazing, Maz. That was
so
excellent.
fun.
We are a hot mess of a group.
It's such a good group.
What D&D group isn't?
It's so true. It's so true.
Should we just go round everyone again, say who we are, where you're going to find us, what we're up to?
Sure.
Should we start with you, Hideo? Go in reverse order.
Okay.
We don't have to, I can go to someone else.
No, I want to do it. I'm like that kid who's like, do it. Hi, I'm Hadil. My required pronouns are she and her. Required. And you can find me on the internet on Twitter as TwittySuch, TwittySuch, and on twitch.tv/TwittySuch, spelled the same way. I'm going to be streaming a bunch all next week, probably, because I'm unemployed, so what else am I going to do?
More Minecraft,
yeah,
please. More gentle
yes, I'll
Minecraft.
probably do some Minecraft. I was also thinking about doing some Jurassic World Evolution game, because let me tell you, I saw that movie and nothing is a better way to celebrate Pride Month and watching strong women eat rich, powerful men because all of the dinosaurs are women. So I'm like,
Oh my God.
this is a more feminist movie than Wonder Woman. Fight me. Yes. So I might grab that game and play it, or the Sims season. So I always have very gentle streams, nothing intense. It's always just come and hang out with me and watch me play games because I don't have a job. So yay, hire me. The end.
TK. Unmute.
Sorry, I always mute myself if it's somebody else talking, and then you're like TK, and I'm like, oh God, oh my God. Yeah, I'm TK. Pronouns they them. I write spooky stories on the internet and give them out for free because I'm a freaking chump, I guess. I don't know. So you can find me on Twitter at TK Joins the Fray. You can find me as either TK Joins the Fray or TK Has Joined the Fray, depending on how many characters they let me have. Pretty much anywhere, and it'll always be too many pictures of my cat. Or you can find like my free stories on tkjwrites.com. It's usually spooky stuff. I'm gonna let you know just now. If y'all like hardcore wanted it and enough people ask me on our, say, Discord or something, I would totally write whatever pamphlets or books Miga picks up.
Oh,
Regardless,
I want to see that dirty Modron.
yeah, I will 100% do it.
Grinding Gears monthly.
Gears monthly.
If y'all are in the Discord, tell me your favorite titles. I'll run a poll on Twitter. And we'll do a one shot and just put it. I'll put it on the subreddit or something. Oh, we have a subreddit.
Yes.
But yeah, I'll put it on the subreddit as long as it's not like absurd. Like if it's got like
This group is absurd.
Yeah.
Well, you know, like it's a family show.
This group is a walk in the park, let me tell you.
But that's it. I write spooky stories and I guess also Modron porn. So there you go.
New career.
That's me. Hire me.
Lisa.
My name is Lisa Chen. I write adventures for Dungeons & Dragons. I'm also the community manager for the Adventurers League, D&D's official play campaign. And I also produce and host a podcast called Behold Her. I just launched episode 4 about women and non-binary community managers across all different types of tabletop RPGs. So check that out. You can find me at Merciful DM or at Behold Her Pod.
Okay, cool. Kayla.
Hi, I'm Kayla, and I draw a lot of stuff, and you can find me on the internet as KAYNCLI, and also in Hadil's streams if she streams in the evenings when I'm not at work, because I like hanging out there. So.
We like hanging out in the streams.
Yeah.
Chloe.
Hi, I'm Chloe. Chloe Christine is usually what I go by on the internet. You can
Or
find me
Schmoey
on...
Poutine.
Yes, Schmoey Poutine, my alter ego. I am an illustrator and a graphic designer in Canada. That's where I am right now. Way up. And you can usually find me on Twitter at Hey It's Chloe, CLOE, because the one with CHLOE was taken. So yeah, you can find me there, or you can find me on Instagram at Hey It's Chloe Christine. I'm gonna start posting there a lot more. I have now an art account there, so I'm gonna start posting a lot more stuff there now. And yeah, you can just find me on those 2 places.
And you did our logo and those amazing sigils that we use.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Everyone's
It was
got
a really fun,
You
fun
absolutely
project.
killed
So
it.
happy to. Yeah. Aw, thank you. It
so
was really
proud.
fun.
I'm so proud.
I'm really happy to work with all you guys. You're
Yeah.
really the best.
Shauna?
Yeah.
Hi, Shauna, she, her. I'm Flying Cirrus on Twitter. Starting to post more art stuff, and I do a lot of other D&D Let's Play stuff, so that's, I'll put that on my schedule because it's a lot, and I get a little overwhelmed by it sometimes, but, otherwise, on this channel, you can see me, co-hosting with Power Score RPG, Waffle Talk, a, Dice Camera Action reaction show, which is now a little weird now, so that's cool. So That's on that's Tuesdays after Dice Camera Action, and re-airs before Enter the Bird for the Birdcage at Thursdays at 10 p.m.
Cool. Holly.
Yay, hello.
Mom.
So, yeah, Trapped in the Birdcage is coming back first week of July.
Oh yeah.
So we'll
Oh
be
yeah,
back
I'm in
then.
that too.
Yeah, Nabila's also in that. How exciting. That's the game where I DM, and I'm fine. Like, it's not great, but
You
it's
good. You great.
It's
GR8.
fine, it's fine. I've learned too much from Chris. I also
you have.
am Dice Camera Action, which is every Tuesday. If you feel like being traumatized, come watch Tuesdays from 4 to 7. Wait, 4 to 6, sorry. Just feels like 7. And I am just Commander Holly everywhere else. And yes, she, her, honestly, like whatever. You can call me anything, I don't care. And I'm just here
As long as it's nice.
As long as it's nice, it doesn't even have to be nice. I'm just here, and I'm super lucky to get to play D&D with these lovely human beings, because this was an excellent game, and I had an absolute blast. So I really, really appreciate you guys letting me come crash this game and not be scared, because Dirge is not scared, which is great.
Dirge ain't scared of no man.
Dirge doesn't
No
care.
man.
Dirge doesn't care if she dies, which is just a thing to play compared to Strict, who thinks she's gonna die every day.
That's what she wants.
It's amazing. But yeah, it was a wonderful, wonderful stream. So yeah, you guys are the best. You're wonderful, talented human beings.
And finally me, I am Maz on Twitter. Don't bother with the Instagram, it's just pictures of my pets and they're all just disaster children. I do the...
Sounds familiar.
Yeah! I do all the yarn arts, so check out my Etsy. I've got a link on my pinned tweet. Don't forget, Hells Bells D&D is our Twitter for the whole group. That's HELLSB. No, it's not, is it? No, it is.
I do that all the time.
I keep writing Hells with an E and then I get confused. Hells doesn't have an E. Bells does have an E because it's like Southern Bells and fancy, and it's a pun. And then it's D&D on the Twitters. There's some people who have already made a Discord and a subreddit. If you want to go check those out and talk about the absolute mess that I've made today, please remember my pronouns are they, them when you're criticising me. Thank you everyone for watching this stream. I can't believe that Wizards are letting me do this. It's just crazy. Yeah, and we'll see you next week and find out where the march is going. So,
Yay!
It's bad.
Thanks, Matt.